Astec safety. This must be the place, boys.
This is about right. Looks like this is where the engineers hang out. Nice spot.
Here's something else that's cool under pressure.
Great tour, but where's our man Brett?
I don't know. All right, normally he's bailing me out. Roll reversal, baby, there he is. Rescue mode.
Putting out fires for these guys already.
Good morning, and welcome to semifinal Sunday at the Astec Safety Challenge. Got a great game on tap here for you today, and I'm joined by Brandon Cookson. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, Chris. Yeah, great to be here in this really exciting semifinal game. We've got a barn burner here for you guys. It's Team Mouat, undefeated so far throughout this week against Team Kui. Team Mouat throwing the red rocks with hammer here in this first end. Team Kui throwing the yellow. And we're just starting out with lead rocks here.
Yeah, Team Mouat has looked really sharp today here, Brandon.
Really have to go.
Yeah, they really have. We called their game, their first game on Thursday, and they were just looking super sharp. And there's the classic commentator's curse. Hammy McMillan just ticks the centerline guard. He did not tick it off the center line, though, which is critical. They would have had to pull that rock if that actually fully got the yellow guard off the center line. Of course, we're playing with a 5 rock, no tick, no tick rule.
I didn't think we could wreck and not push it off the center.
14 and a half.
And hello to everyone that's watching from wherever you are today. I think we're at a more decent hour for those of you in Scotland who may be tuning in to watch your Team Mouat take on the Kui rink this morning.
Yeah, I think we figured 5 o'clock, Chris, right?
Yeah, I think if our math adds up, should be right.
Yeah. And Team Mouat has really looked sharp in this new year as well. They
Line's good. Line's really good.
For Scotland prior to coming across the pond here to Canada.
Off. No, I know. I hear you.
They haven't played great in the Grand Slam so far this year. They actually, it's shocking. They haven't qualified in 2 of the slams, a quarterfinal finish in the other one. So you know they'll be gearing up to Canada, play well in this event, and then carry that momentum to the next slam this upcoming week in Red Deer, the Canadian Open.
Don't mind that.
And Kui sits 2 here without hammer. Mouat looking to deal with those 2 yellow stones.
It's already a great start for Team Kui, of course, taking advantage of that miss from Hammy McMillan. So a little bit of cleanup required here from Bobby Lammy.
Yeah, and we've seen the Mouat team make a ton of these runbacks this week. So
yeah, and this is a specialty of Bobby Lammy too. I expect him to be close here.
Clean. Whoa.
Trying to hit this just a hair low and potentially get all 3 rocks going.
Nice shot.
And he will.
What a shot, yeah.
Great shot.
And the other bonus rolls to a corner guard. I believe they're almost fully covering their red rock that's in the back 12. That's a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Out of the gates, both teams are just going to be gunning for each other. And that's what, it was an aggressive start to this end, but this is where, you know, a lot of people say that these ends can be boring with the blanks, but you can see why blanks happen just so easily when they connect on those run backs. You know, that was a run triple. Beautiful shot.
Hard. Looks really
the end can sure change in a hurry when you make those kind of shots. Both these teams were on late last night, too. I think we were on until 10:30, 11 o'clock last night, so pretty quick turnaround, but doesn't look like any effects. Must have slept well, and they came out ready to go.
Yeah, and then got out into the cold air, and that woke them right up. Kevin Kui, of course, still rocking the toque and the big puffer jacket.
At the level we play at, we always say if the skip's bundled up like that, maybe they're just not sweeping enough or working hard enough. But I think in this case, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
I think we'll give Kui the pass, yeah. Yeah, of course, Team Mouat came out with an extra end win over Team Botcher last night.
Yeah, and what a game that was. Botcher had to score 3 with Hammer in the 8th to send it to that extra, and they executed a missed double opportunity by Mouat on his last shot in the 8th, and that was just a great finish. Great games all around.
Yeah, and of course, Team Kui overcame Team Yannick Schwaller in their quarterfinal matchup, and Team Schwaller, of course, great team from Switzerland, so that was a great win from Team Kui. They really did control that game.
What's that? Maybe not that heavy.
Aggressive call here from Team Kui without Hammer. He's already playing, I believe he's playing the freeze down to that back 12 red. I didn't quite see the call. I think he'd have to if he isn't frozen. Team Mouat, they have that red rock in the top 12 half open. Yeah,
they're looking for that freeze, so
wait only.
a chance to sit one buried and frozen here.
Yeah, and the reason why they're not just going T-line or top 4 is because Mouat has that red rock partially open for a run back on anything here.
Just going to bump this a little bit, but they will be shot rock at the back of the 8-foot.
Yeah, and that's a great guess from Tyler Tardy with his first stone there of end number 1. Those are always tricky, playing way wide, those draws on the wings. But the ice, again, like we've talked about, it's just been beautiful throughout this entire week. The ice makers, again, John Wall, Graydon, and Brian with the local Lloydminster ice crew have just done a terrific job for these.
Yeah, kudos to those gents for this great ice, and you're seeing a lot of really impressive shot making. Just a testament to how good that ice is.
Yeah, it's been fantastic to see.
The Mouat team working fast again. We've seen that all week. Not much hesitation in their calls and playing a rapid pace here.
Yeah, and that's what you like to see, that nice flow to the game. You know, Bruce, very decisive skip and has a good end plan in mind. We know Team Kui, you know, takes a little bit more time with their decisions historically. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Good shot there from Grant Hardy. You know, I think they might have been calling that to be a little bit higher.
And we'll slide behind the T-line and give the Kui rink a chance to freeze up to it.
Yeah, big shot here for Tyler Tardy. This can really help them secure the force with a perfect freeze. And he just threw this path. Third rock down this area. They've been playing this a lot.
You got too much room. Jock, switch if you got to.
Looking to get a little more curl out of this, hanging out there.
Yeah, and you can hear Kevin has called Kark Martin on the carve here, trying to get this to curl.
Keep going. Hard,
it's coming in beautifully.
Yeah, really finished nice in there. They will be shot just ahead of the T line.
What have you got here? Good pair, bud.
Great sweep, and, you know, good line call there by Kevin. You know, it was holding out there, and, you know, again, they've got switch of sweepers, and Kark is great at carving those in there.
What we're hitting? 2/3.
The only trouble with that shot, they would have ideally, again, would have wanted to be frozen, because Mouat looks like he's got this run on his top 12 to sit 2 buried, potentially. It's a difficult shot. Big second shot here already in the first end for Grant Hardy.
Yeah, we're right into it this morning, Brandon. They're playing a pretty aggressive end.
Yeah, it's awesome to see.
Clean. Yep. Whoa. Hard. Whoa. Hard. Yep.
On and off here. Bobby Lammy now trying to hold it straight.
Yep.
So this one is going to overcurl a bit, I know.
Hard.
They do catch it, though, and we'll sit 2 with Hammer. Of course, both those rocks are behind the T line, which is not ideal, Brandon.
Yeah, and it was a great sweep, by Bobby Lammy. A great sleep. Some of you might be thinking that this morning. It's only 10 o'clock Mountain Time here, but a great sleep in for a Sunday morning. Hope you're not sleeping and catching this great semifinal action. Yeah, definitely not ideal to roll that behind the tee line. Of course, there's a pocket back there, back four, for Kevin Cui to work with. And we've seen them play this in-turn path for the right-hander several times throughout this end, so they'll have a good idea on the speed and the line they need.
Yeah, no hesitation here from Cui. He is coming straight down into that pocket.
Well, mine, we got to take it's a different track.
I agree, and we'll be able to finish it.
First on our feature sheet, sheet 5, we have Mouat versus Cui, and the other semifinal is right next door, Retornas versus Crothers. So 4 good teams here left vying for that spot in the finals this afternoon.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we'll keep you updated on the game on sheet 4 as well as we go along. It's a great picture of the bowl sheets. Great job by Mouat Entertainment. They've been providing this excellent live stream coverage free for all of the great curling fans.
Curl and get it in the pockets.
No.
Cui Stone is carving in there nicely.
Oh, no. Curl.
Wanted to curl just a little more there, Brandon.
Yeah, he has left a slight opening here for Mouat. He didn't quite get the angle he wanted on that, but that's still a good shot. He has shot Stone.
There's a great shot on the replay.
I agree with you, yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah, they're they will be. I believe they're going to be playing that tap on that top 12 red. We'll listen to here. That was indeed the call. Listen to Bruce as he slides back here.
And there's a look at what Bruce faces as he settles into the hack here, deliver his first stone at the end.
Yeah, there's a good look at it. Great picture there.
That made this good. Just gives us loads of
might be able to. Do you think that intern draws there for him? Probably, right?
And I do believe they have settled on the tap. We couldn't hear them in the hack, but I believe they could get that tap frozen, and they could potentially sit 3 depending on the weight here. I think he's just playing the tap frozen, perhaps. We'll hear the weight call.
Line's good. Whoa, curl.
Line's pretty good.
Curl.
And Hammy McMillan on the curl. You can see the angle of his broom. They are playing the straight draw now, it looks like. Not
They're
the
going to
tap.
get by. They will not. Just rack on that top red stone.
Yeah, and the reason he probably left that red one was for his last Chris. So it was a smart call to draw. He was trying to freeze, and then, he would have had a perfect angle on that red on his last. He likely would have had to guard. Just rubbed.
See a red in there, but yellow still remains shot rock with that rock back 4.
Or do I just nose it?
He might play that.
Like to get it across the top?
Yeah.
He might if he ever puts it in there. Do I ever try and draw in there?
It's good. You might cue something up.
Yeah, I put it here.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. Just give him one, try and hit and roll in.
That or nose the back one, like the back 4 one. I'm fine with the hit and roll. I think that cues this up.
No, and that's way too hard.
Like you're either nosing it or ripping.
Or do I just guard it? Because it's a tough draw for one now, right?
It
Like
is.
it might be better to just guard that.
Right. That's the other thing I was thinking is how is this queued up at all?
It's for
3.
4.
Yeah, 4. This is the shot I'm kind of scared
how
of.
he plays that. This goes.
If he makes that in a fresh path, it's not our
No, that's not the. It's not the
I'm
shot
just
we
hearing a
wanna
little
leave.
bit of where people are from. Feel free to share in the chat. We see some people
What's his
watching
shot on
from
this side?
Humboldt.
This, I guess?
Yeah, a load of Valerie and
He plays
Humboldt.
that for 4.
And
Yeah.
Elizabeth from Newfoundland, Labrador.
Yeah, was enjoying the coverage. That's
wanna
excellent
leave
to
that?
hear. Yeah, keep where you're coming from in the chat.
Team Cui decides their best path forward here with Cui's last
That
rock
one's
in the
way-
first end.
Like he's got help.
You're talking about guarding this and just making it a tough situation for Mouat to even draw down and get his one here, Brandon.
Yeah, like they're looking at, I heard them say no's, like they're
That's
looking at some hit
what I
options.
like.
There aren't a bunch of great ones. I kind of think he
He's
might.
got 2 shots for 4 right now. The only way to take away both of them is nose the back one.
That's kind of what I like, is the nose. Looks like he's playing
We're
this.
just guarding the slash, make him make the double run.
Yeah, and you
Okay.
heard that from Jacques.
Well, he's got us
exactly.
both ways for lots, but this intern looks it's harder.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have settled on the guard here, Brandon. It
Yeah,
sounds like.
they're going to guard
Right through
that
the
red
hole.
slash for a pile.
Oh, look how hardly there goes.
It's hard to argue with Kevin Cooey, one of the best. It
wanna
would be
play
nice to
that
get
in the
another
fish
one
pen.
in there, though, Chris, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's that yellow's looking pretty lonely there. But
Yeah.
I like
He's
taking
got-
that.
Team
he's got- this
Mouat,
one
of
is way
course,
easier.
I like this
has
guy.
he
I like
has
this
the red. It's a double run back, though, of course.
Yeah. Same ice
No,
time.
no,
same
no.
ice.
Let me look at it.
Doesn't love it.
and some second thoughts
Double,
here
yeah.
by
Like-
Cooey.
That's it. The thing is he doesn't have to make
Just
it
maybe another look at it. Just confirming before he
to get a miss.
throws his last rock down.
It's way too hard, and if I feather either side, like if I feather this one, I'm putting him in for shot.
Okay.
And then he's got a dead in off for 4. No, same.
Some confusion there
gonna be a
between
little
Kevin
stiffer
Cooey
here
and
for
Tyler Tardy.
So you can keep your weight up like out wide there.
Okay, you're just trying to get it on this 4-foot line.
Okay.
Looks like they've got the broom and everything sorted out. So he is throwing the
Even the wide
intern
stuff, yeah.
guard, kind of on the corner, guarding that red run back. Big shot here for Kevin Cooey, his last rock of the first end.
It's good. Half
Easy,
high.
easy for line, easy for line.
Half high.
Easy for line, Jock. Clean it, clean it.
Half.
Climb
Just-
the clean on the sweepers.
Just clean, just clean.
And they'll finish this, and it looks like it's going to come to stop guarding that red slash. So mission accomplished.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly where you want that. Of course, it does leave the double red run back, which we were talking about. He could play the double run back
They
on
were
the other
thinking
side. He
try and
could
get
play
through
the
the
yellow
wall.
red. Off the rock, Kevin Cooey just threw. Both are tricky angles, obviously.
Well,
But these are never shots you like to
Trying to
leave
get
Bruce Mouat. He's great
No,
at
it's
these
a-
run backs, and this would be for a pile. It could be for 3, maybe 4. So it's a
Karek,
big
even
shot
if I
for
made that,
multiple
he still
points.
drills it off this other yellow for 3.
Yeah.
So Mount with a chance to do some damage here, but not an easy shot ahead of
Right?
him.
Like even if I make my shot. there's
Yeah,
no
and this
point.
is just looks like a little bit high side. Big shot here, Bruce Mouat in the first end. Looking for a big double run back.
Whoa, straight!
He's close, on and off.
Oh, needed that to curl up just a bit.
And Kevin Cooey escapes with a steal. Big steal of 1 there for Cooey when he was facing a potential of giving up a big end.
He's got to breathing a sigh of relief there, and happy to take 1 out of this end.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
he's clocking early, eh?
So as we move into N2, we'd like to recognize some of the sponsors who made this event possible. Bandit Energy, Bex and Construction, Border Inn and Suites, T-Bar 1, Synergy Credit Union, Jason Arden and Associates Cooperators,
L&L Oilfield, Velocity Truck Centers, 1061 The Goat, Fountain Tire, Industrial Scientific, Excel Insurance Lloydminster, The Tank Guys, Musgrave Agencies, the presenting sponsor, Wild Rose Pump and Compression, RL Electric, Click Before You Dig, Lloydminster Curling Club,
They look like they couldn't
Canadian
miss one.
Angus, and of course, thank you to the City of
Two-thirds?
Lloydminster and the Lloyd Curling Club for allowing us to host this fantastic Astec Safety Challenge inaugural event. It's great to see this high-level action returning to the City of Lloydminster, border city, of course, here in Canada.
Thanks
Line's
to
good.
the Astec
Line's
Safety
good.
and the Mulligan family for putting on this great event, all the work that's gone into it. Lots of volunteer hours.
Yeah, they put
Looks
on
pretty
an
good. Take a
excellent
look.
show. It's just been great for all of the fans in the community
Tyler's
here in
defending him, but I think he's
Lloydminster.
good.
Speed's perfect.
Just on the line. And yeah, a
Everybody
little bit.
who's contributed, the
Shot.
organizing
But-
committee, the volunteers.
Yeah, and a great turnout here on a cold Sunday morning. We've got a ton of fans out here in the Arby's fan zone and even in the MNP VIP lounge.
You wouldn't believe how many granola
Yeah,
bars
it's
I have
excellent
this
to
morning.
see. You don't believe how many granola bars I've had this morning. I think that was Jacques Gauthier saying that.
Go wee bit room. Just show your brush.
Jacques, of course, the son of Kathy Gauthier, who many people will be
Yes.
familiar with watching her
Yes.
coverage.
Scotty's champion. I believe, you know, couple of times Scotty champion. So Canadian champion, world champion in her own right. Once with one of my favorites, Jennifer
Halfway.
Jones.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
As Carrick Martin delivers his Yellowstone. Cooey with a 1-point lead, and Mouat has retained the hammer.
If anything, a little more weight, eh?
Looks heavy.
It's okay. Weight's good.
Right here.
Just looking for another guard here.
From curl, if anything. Tyler's. Yep.
Weight's fine. Weight's good. Weight's good.
Oh, line's good. Shot.
Good boy. Repair card.
And Mouat looking to come around this on the intern side.
Yeah, not quite the perfect positioning that Kark was looking on those stones. It does, those guards are not staggered, though, the way that, you know, Cooey will still be able to use these for potential run backs.
What would you get? Like a 14-2? 3?
And a great shot there. You hear them say a 14-2, 14-3, so it's right on par with what we've been seeing the rest of the week.
Yeah, and I'll grab my stopwatch here, Chris, so we can get some times too for the fans and see what we're close like for speed on some of these. First shot here for Jacques Gauthier in the second end, looking for the freeze.
Well, then room. Off then. Curl,
They're
curl
good
then,
on the
curl.
outside of the 4-foot line.
Yeah, it's a little wide and heavy early.
Keep going,
Kevin
keep going,
has called
keep
Kark
going.
on the curl here. It's just straight heavy from Jacques Gauthier. Big miss. He wanted to give that to his sweepers to manage.
He does just touch that red rock and rolls to the back of the 12-foot. Mouat continues to lay one.
Huh? No. I threw it 20 feet hard.
Much roll here.
So much faster.
Like nose if they
Yeah,
ever
you heard
freeze,
Jacques.
cover
He threw it
front
20
leg.
feet hard, maybe just 10 feet, being a little hard on himself there. But these curlers, you know, expect, you know, perfection, especially on those freezes. So
Yeah, there's a lot of precision on these shots out there.
Then it opens up. Then you start tapping and stuff.
Middle's just mucked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just a stone.
Barrier.
Yeah, agreed.
Barrier.
Dang, I felt
an update on the other semifinal game. It was Team Carruthers with hammer in the first end. They scored the single versus Team Returnas, so it's 1-0 Carruthers, and they're playing the second end as well.
Action solid.
Team Mouat just looking for the hit on the back yellow here to sit 2.
Curl. Whoa. Clean.
And we'll get a little roll underneath. Cooey, no hesitation. He is going to freeze that red stone on the 4-foot right on the button there.
Yeah, and I do like the call. Of course, Jacques, you know, despite being heavy, he did get that rock slightly behind the tee line, so they'll want to make up for this with a freeze on his second rock.
Line's
Looking
good.
to give this to the sweepers.
Line's a little tight.
A few more shout-outs, too, to
Hard.
the fans watching. We've got Gail from Halifax, Nova Scotia,
Hard
Laura
line.
from Anchor Point, Newfoundland,
Hard,
Anne from
Tyler.
Rimbey, Alberta,
Hard, keep going,
Deborah
hard.
from Montreal,
Hard, keep
PEI.
going.
We've got Iris from Yarbough, Saskatchewan, Robert from Lacombe. We've got somebody from Nunavut. I won't be able to say that correct. Axel.
Good sweep,
Do you know, Chris?
I'm not
do you
going
wanna
to attempt. No.
Tallow Yoke, Nunavut. Very cool.
nice
Thanks,
of that.
everybody, for
Everyone.
telling us where you're tuning in from. Glad to have you here on this Sunday morning.
A pretty nice shot there by
Those felt
by
where they
Jacques, and they're
should've
going
went,
to
though.
force
Yeah,
him out into
yep.
the run back here.
Whoa. Curl.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Straight.
And a great run back. He will catch his own red at the back. Still sits one, but it did leave that other yellow stone still around the house.
Yeah,
there.
and you heard Bruce say unlucky. They want to catch that a little bit thinner. Still a good result. They got that dangerous Kui rock moved out from
I'd
the
say it's
top
4 feet
4
faster.
foot. But still a good opportunity here for Tyler Tardy just to
3 out, I
replace
think
that
so, yeah.
rock. He's looking to draw top 4, top button. We have somebody from Portugal here, Chris.
Wait
Diane.
only.
That's okay.
Very
man.
cool. Thanks for tuning
Wait
in.
only. More room.
I got a little light.
Wait only.
Tyler Tardy looking to put this
Whoa, wait
close to
only.
the top of that
Switch.
red rock as you
Switch
can.
if you got it. Line's perfect. Hard, both of you go. Keep going,
Mark
keep
Martin
going. Hard,
taking
hard,
it, trying
hard,
to drag
hard.
it for speed and curl. It's a great scrub. That's a nice spot there on that one. Ideally, of course, even a little bit more curl and drag that hair farther, but it's a great shot. I believe Team Mouat is called the run back again. They just saw this line.
Yeah, they'll be looking to probably stick this one behind there, Brandon.
Yeah, and Grant Hardy, you know, I guess all of the Mouat team very good at these run backs. He will be looking just to dead nose this.
Yep.
If he does, they'll be signed up for at least 2 in this end. Hammy McMillan with a sweep.
It's looking pretty close. And a great shot right on the nose.
Absolutely perfect by Grant Hardy. Great sweep by the front end as well.
Now it's 2 with hammer, both behind cover here, Brandon.
Yeah, and great replay. They're so good at managing these run backs. Perfect sweep. Well called by Bruce
No
Mouat.
should go under, and then we have it again.
And Kui's in a little bit of trouble now, facing 2 red rocks that are buried. It's a great replay again of that great shot by Grant Hardy.
Well, you're going to roll right and block that off.
You ever just like hair high nose, just kill the top one?
I like the yellow, Jeff.
I cannot hear you.
I like the yellow one.
I can't hear you guys.
Yellow.
Plant it here.
Yep.
You can catch this one. Shade high,
Kui
nose.
lifting up the toque there
Yes,
to
to expose
like
his
firm?
listening
yeah,
ear.
that's right.
Okay.
It's still fresh, yeah. Yeah, stay close to it.
I don't mind this call. I thought they would play the red and try and get that other red that's in the button and expose the one that's in the 8
Well, I
foot.
think this is good ice though,
Yeah,
bud.
I'm just looking for the straight run back to that shot stone, it sounds like, Brandon.
Yeah, it sounded like they said plant it, so they're looking for close to a nose hit here. Big
Firm.
shot for Tyler Tardy.
Whoa, yep.
His last rock
Hard.
of the second end.
Off, curl, curl, curl.
And this is missed already.
Yeah, and worst result there, they even picked their own out at the back.
Yeah. You could see Kevin, he knew it was tight early. He was calling, you know, a potential plan B to come off this, but just didn't work out.
Wide.
And big trouble here in the second end for Kui. They'll
Either way, I'm
need
just
a
worried if I go
big
inside,
shot
can he
here by
freeze?
Kevin, either a freeze or a big clearing
If I
shot.
hit and roll inside, he maybe freezes.
Yeah. I think I would prefer this. But you just have to make sure this one gets either out here or way back 12.
Do you like your guard?
Yeah, I don't mind that. They've then got this, but
Everybody's just loving sharing where they're from. It's excellent to see where you guys are all tuning in from. Christina from Manitoba, Sandra from Yuma, Arizona.
I'm a little jealous of Sandra being in Arizona. That'd be a little warmer than here today.
Absolutely, Chris. Thelma from Cape Breton Island. Ellen from Bruce County, Ontario. And Chris, of course, does know Diane from Portugal. Cool. Of course, we know the curling community is very small, and they curl together in kamloops. Very cool.
Awesome.
Well, you are leading them a very makeable run double. Do you think he can get under?
Listen into the discussion for Team Mouat
Say,
here.
if you don't, you just go here.
okay.
It's pretty tough for him to get under.
Okay. Let's go here then.
Like that.
What do you like
Is
here,
it safer going
Chris?
through the hole this way?
Yeah, you know, you got to
like
look
this.
at how you're going to avoid giving Kui a shot to remove multiple rocks here. So, yeah, I like this call. Looks like they've settled on that in-turn draw. Maybe put this top 8. Try to get a little separation.
Yeah, I like this too, separating your red rocks and getting one, this one should always count on the scoreboard. If Kui makes a couple doubles up the middle, if they get one lost around the corner here, that would be a great result for Grant Hardy. So I do like this call. They haven't played too many draws to the corner so far in this game, so it might be a little bit fresh. We'll hear the sweepers early. They've called heavy early. I heard back 8.
You got a carve for the back one.
Carve then.
And they've got Bobby Lammy. You see the angle on his broom. He's trying to carve to curl and potentially the more curls slow the rock down.
Okay.
And this one is a miscue.
Wow.
Just going to slide right out the back.
It's a huge miss for Grant Hardy.
I think I need a bit of
You could
weight
tell the
back.
sweepers thought that was heavy right out of his hand. And they're trying to plan B, of course, to go to their back red.
Yeah, just unfortunate time for a miss there.
Yeah, big opportunity miss there from Grant Hardy, and it does open the door for Kui. I believe he's called the hidden roll here off the Mouat rock that's in the button.
Yeah, that path does look pretty open there. Maybe a chance to hit it and flop to the inside there.
Speed should be a little better in this path now a couple times, but still a little stiff.
And you can hear Jacques Gauthier saying a little bit stiff here, so it's still just a little heavy in some of these paths that haven't played. And that's important to note that because he is playing even though he's not playing a draw, he's playing a precise hit weight shot, so he needs to throw it just a few more feet than he normally would.
Kui with his first in this
Wait's
second
good.
end.
Hack.
Hack weight.
Hack weight.
Whoa!
On and
Clean.
off here. There's
Whoa.
Kark Martin back on it
Just
again.
hack. Yep.
Going really hard now.
Whoa. Whoa.
He's got the hit, and he's got the little roll to the
Yeah,
inside.
on and
Great
off.
shot.
Greatly. Oh, he did want to get that red one out. That's unfortunate. He didn't get that red guy out. It does leave another Mouat counter, but great throw by Kevin Kui.
We didn't really think so
Mouat
either.
looking at the run back here to potentially sit 3, Brandon.
Yeah, and that's just the only it was a beautiful shot by Kevin Kui. Great weight and nice touch, but they did want to get that one
It was
fully out
fine
of the
till it
rings.
got, like, edge of button, eh?
Jesus.
So close to getting that out the back.
Yeah, and you could hear as it got edge of button just, curled and the speed came off slightly. And that's kind of what the sweepers were talking about. It's a little bit fresh here, not as many rocks down that area. Big run back here for Bruce Mouat here, his first rock of the second end. Looking to hit this just marginally low side, center line side.
Mouat delivers his first.
Curls here, though.
Bobby Lammy going really hard on the curl.
Curl.
And it will not curl enough. He'll drive it by that yellow stone in the forefoot.
And that's just surprising, just must have been a little bit of a wide throw. Bruce Mouat normally so good on those run backs.
And you can see it really curling at the end, but just wouldn't come up that last little bit they needed.
Kui's still not out of it, though. I suspect he might play a hit here. It's tough to play a draw, and you might leave a potential double or run double for Bruce Mouat. You always got to be careful with those niggly little red rocks.
If you don't give him a chance to, I think he'll play that one even if I'm dead welded, he's still got that one.
What's that?
You'd be giving him a bit too much respect, but I do not like. There's no point giving them their best shot, right?
No, you're right.
If I bounce into this, am I always out counting that?
You could hear just the respect for the Mouat team there. Talking about even if he welded that onto his own, it wouldn't be safe with the run back on that red rock just on the R of the bar engineering logo there.
Yeah, and I agree. I do like, removing a red rock here.
Yep.
I have third. Car.
And it looks like that's what they've settled on.
Like Krantz, mine will curl more, but Krantz didn't do a lot, right? He just got by that.
Really good listening in to Kevin and Tyler discussing the path. It looks like they're just playing like a hack
I just
weight
don't
to
like
board
giving him a
weight.
shot for 3.
And if he makes this, do you see a path to Mouat being able to get 2, or it looks like they may get forced here?
I don't think he would risk playing a run back against a steal. That would be pretty risky for Bruce, or a really tough slip double.
Shade more.
I think he'll go for his one if Kevin
gonna throw a little more weight than last one.
executes on this.
A little more weight than my last shot.
It's Kui with his last.
Yeah, big shot here in the second end. Just hack weight. Shot Gauthier on it early. Really going hard. Trying to get this by the guard. Not
And
roll
it is
out.
by the guard. Do they have the back one? And
Yeah.
they do.
Great sweep.
Really great sweep by Gauthier there to hold that straight. So Kui sits 2 without hammer.
Yeah, and you can see Bruce is not going to risk playing a really tough shot or run back for 2. I do agree with that. You don't want to get down 2 or more here to Kui.
Just going to punch this out a little bit to the right side there, Brandon, and sit there 1.
Yeah, and they'll just be looking for heavy draw, backline weight on this shot. Of course, they didn't want to be forced this end, but it was a well-executed end by Team Kui. You know, a couple good escape shots there. Tricky shot here for Bruce Mouat, just playing the beautiful touch shot for a single.
Stone is on the way. Mouat's last to the first end with hammer, looking to score 1. Kui sits 2 as we stand.
Yeah, and Hammy McMillan is going hard on the carve, really has to curl. This looks quite wide.
Hard, Hammy. Hard, Hammy. Hard.
And he will glide by it. Just
And
a
a-
tick. He
and
was
a-
fortunate that he
Yes, that even
second
got
shot
a
there.
piece. Yeah, it was a good sweep by Hammy McMillan even to not give up a steal of 2 there.
So another steal by Kui, and after 2, Kui has a 2-0 lead.
Hi there. I'm Joseph Rosenberg, the Contact Center Manager for Utility Safety Partners, and we're very proud to be a sponsor of the Astec Safety Challenge. Now, when you're competing in a bonspiel, you gotta dig deep and uncover what's buried and plan each shot. And in life, when you've gotta dig deep and uncover what's buried, well, you have to plan, and that plan needs to involve utility safety partners. When bumping that object in front of you is not an option.
Welcome back to the Astec Safety Challenge as we start end 3. Mouat has hammer down 2-0. 2 steals by Kui to start this game. Clark Martin looking to get us started here in the third end. A few uncharacteristic misses to start this game from the Mouat team, Brandon.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. It's surprising, especially that first end, you know, that we didn't see him connect on that run back for multiple points. Team Kui, you know, would be breathing a sigh of relief and happy to be up a couple points here.
No,
Got a few more shout-outs here. Sherry from Bigger, Saskatchewan. Margaret watching from Warm Palm Springs. We're envious of you, Margaret, for sure. Ronald from Baltimore, Ontario, and Donna from Quail Lake. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, and I saw that comment from Pauline there. Love that the teams are able to talk strategy and talk these shots out. So definitely something you don't see at the time of games. It's nice to see them go through that thought process and probably helps them out as they head into playdown season to speed up their game and get on the same page too, Brandon.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, they will be playing. Of course, they're not on time clocks for this event here in Lloydminster, but they will be at the Grand Slam. All of these teams will be in red gear competing in the semifinals for the Grand Slam, the Canadian Open. So will be a slight adjustment, of course, as they go into play this upcoming week.
So Kui sits one without hammer, looking to put another one in here closer to the 8-foot head of the tee line.
Yeah, and the reason for this call not to be on the center line is to potentially choke off a corner on the other side and not set up a double just up the middle, a double and roll. Karek was just a little bit heavy on his first of the end, so they had to kind of adjust their strategy for this end.
Kind of light long, but
So Mouat looking to come around
like a
that
guard
corner.
somewhere.
Okay. Try and get out here then.
Shot, bud.
And Betty tuning in from Milton, Ontario. Hi, Betty. Thanks for joining.
So you've switched gears here and decided to go with the corner guard, Brandon?
Yeah, I do like this call. It's an aggressive call for sure, but they're really looking to generate 2 points here.
All you, Grant.
The other shot, of course, that they're looking at was Hammy McMillan, of course, had just thrown the corner guard on the other side. They were talking about the come around.
Maybe sliding a bit deeper than they wanted to there and just covering that yellow rock.
Yeah, it's a good shot by Hammy McMillan. I don't think that double peel will be there later on the end. Of course, they can't peel now with the 5-rock rule, so Kevin is going to look to...
You think my speed's going to be
Next
here,
best
boys?
way to take away a corner is beat them there, I guess.
Yeah, and kind of choke it off. He doesn't need to be totally buried Jacques Gauthier on this, even half tucked, you know, even edge on edge. Anything just not wide open to allow them a hit and roll behind one of their corner reds. First shot of the third end here for Jacques Gauthier. Mouat with hammer.
Top 8.
Playing the red stones.
Easy. This top 12.
Look. Looks pretty
Looking
good.
for top 12.
Can curl air
Sweepers
easy.
will guide it there.
Cart. Yep, get a piece under. Yep.
Can't roll on that one to freeze.
Yeah, and we'll give you Barb watching from north of Regina. The score of the other game, it's all tied up. It's 1-1 Returnez and Carruthers. Carruthers has the hammer in the third end.
Pretty good to me, boys.
Good.
I've got Rosalind. She's tuning in from Weyburn, Saskatchewan. Hi, Rosalind. Mary from Plate Cove, Newfoundland. And Joan from Labrador City, Newfoundland.
A lot of great curling fans from Newfoundland.
Yeah, I know they would be disappointed, of course, not to see Brad Gushu in the semifinals here. They had a really great game last night against Team Carruthers.
Mouat does remove one yellow stone.
Nose is good.
Kui looking for nose to sit 3 again without hammer.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and just looking to stick around here, of course. You know, nose hit would be great. Even roll slightly to back towards Kevin's broom, if anything.
Whoa.
A bit of a shift in momentum here. We saw Mouat with a lot of their rocks in play the first couple ends, Brandon, and now they'll be chasing Kui for the rest of this end.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, good.
It's a good shot there by Jacques.
Sorry, Jacques.
Kevin, of course, apologizing. He overcalled the sweep. They want to roll a little bit less, but still a good result. Got rid of the red stone and rolled a little bit further than they wanted. A few more shout-outs. Janet coming out, tuning in from Kelowna. Heather from Whitcow, Saskatchewan. And Irene from Kamloops. Glad to hear you're enjoying the coverage.
So Mouat looking for the run back here to get rid of at least 2 of these yellow stones.
Yeah, and a big shot here. Of course, we saw them slightly off on these run backs in the second end.
Nothing here, Bob.
Looking for just a hair low side.
Oh, straight.
He makes
On and
contact,
off.
and he does have the run back double.
And a
Great
nice
shot to get
shot.
him some trouble.
Just over curled slightly from what they wanted, but it's a great shot by Bobby Lammy. They were anticipating that to run straighter, and it just curled up at the
Just
end.
leave it a piece open.
Yeah.
No.
Hi, Elise
Yeah, like
from Cranberry,
Beads.
Portage, Manitoba.
I don't think quite up to this side.
Here's perfect there.
Hey?
Maybe with
I believe Manitoba is probably
That's
they're a
true.
couple
Yeah, that's
hours ahead.
just
Maybe
not
just
dead
one.
buried.
Just one, I think.
Yeah,
Same as last time.
Piece under.
just
Always
still
gets a little
morning in
confusing this time of year
Manitoba.
with the time changes.
I know. Yeah,
Of
absolutely.
course, in Lloydminster, we straddle the border of Alberta and Saskatchewan, but we are all on Alberta time here. So
Yeah.
the actual time doesn't change till about a half hour down the road.
Yeah.
Room.
Yep. Still got to keep going east.
Whoa,
for,
whoa!
Time to change.
Okay, wait
Hi,
only.
Marlene from Killarney, Manitoba.
Curl still.
Thanks for joining.
Just on the
Can
Aztec.
we look
Curl that
into
hard.
bury a second
Hard.
rock in here right on the Aztec logo? You heard him say.
Hard, a little more hard.
Yeah, and
Hard,
he's got
keep
Kark
going,
on
keep
the sweep
going.
to get this to finish.
Good job, bud.
It's a
Right
good
where they want
shot. Yeah. And that's what we talked about the other night with this Mouat team. They wouldn't have want that totally dead buried behind that
Think
guard
so.
because they're
Control.
so good at running these and sticking
Good job,
them.
bud.
So great to be just partially buried here.
Team
So it
control.
looks like they're going to try this
Think
run
so,
back
boss.
and maybe get it to roll underneath the shooter.
Cross.
Yeah, I think that's a call, Chris. They've called, I think, just control weight too. So not playing, again, a big weight run back. They
Clean,
like
yep,
playing
yep.
these control weight
Whoa.
run backs to control
Whoa.
their shooter and the rock
Whoa.
they're running in. I mean,
For a
McMillan
little
with
more
the
curl out of
curl.
this.
Curl.
He will make it
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
brilliantly.
Great shot. That was such a great shot by Grant Hardy. Perfect angle.
And it just does roll in behind their shooter as well, so
Yeah,
providing
that
some
was-
coverage. Maybe
that's-
just poked out a little bit on the other side, but just a
Yeah.
great shot.
And to get that angle is just
Which way? Which way you playing
sometimes
it?
those ones that are nose run back are a little bit more straightforward. You
Okay.
just have to hit nose. You have to hit that the perfect angle and then roll the one he's running in behind his
nose.
shooter. And playing the run back here with Tyler Tardy, his second shot of the third end. Looking for just a nose hit, I believe. Tyler's great at these big weight run backs as well. Expect him to be close here.
And Tyler, another left-hander. Of
Yep,
course, we saw
yep.
Mark
Yep,
Kennedy
yep,
playing
yep,
last night.
Yep. Yes.
Yes. To it.
Famous
Whoa, whoa,
lefties
whoa,
of our
whoa.
generation. And this will over curl. It will remove the one
Hey, come
red
on,
stone,
bud.
but the
Come
other
on.
one will squirt in over behind
wide
the
open,
corner
eh?
guard or maybe out into the open.
Curled on
What have
you.
you got on the
Yeah, and
inside
he
of that?
does have that open.
hit.
It's a decent
I
result.
reckon you could hit a half,
He
maybe
would
a
have
thin
wanted,
half.
of course, to remove both reds.
Kui does sit one, but Mount with a chance to hit and sit two here.
Gives them the slash, but
At least it's wide open.
you notice that it's probably thin half.
Yeah, and a tricky double if they could roll, potentially make it a fully across the house
Hey,
on the
just like
double.
Center line.
Yeah.
I rolled to
See
center line.
what they're calling here. Couple more shout outs. Sandra from Yorkton, thanks for tuning in. Jim, enjoying the curling. Thanks for joining. Jim from Regina. And Jean from Listowel, Ontario. Thanks for joining.
Oh, wait.
Barrier.
And there's the Scottish Chris Barrier.
Yeah, that's right.
The barrier way.
Going to attempt your Scottish accent again for today, Brandon?
Yeah, and I won't try that again, or the people watching the live stream might mute me. So
Hard if you like. Hard if you like.
So opportunity
Clean.
here for Team Mouat to sit two
Clean,
with Hammer.
Clean, close. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Curl.
Clean.
Curl.
Clean.
Curl.
Curl.
And a little bit of a roll.
yeah, nice shot by Grant Hardy. That double is so steep. I think that's kind of what Bruce was
Even the
calling
long roll,
originally
right?
to
Even
roll
if you're
that
right
way.
here.
I think he'll look at the slash double. I know that was one thing that Bruce had mentioned would be available to them.
Yeah, like knowing Kevin Cooey and with his out turn, he throws
will
these
be
so well.
like
I
fresh
know.
double.
I think they are giving this a go. We'll listen in. definitely a difficult angle.
Actually, like a little more weight to get some action. I don't have that much room. I like more weight to get a roll. I don't have that much room.
Looks like he's actually playing the hit and roll here.
Good normal.
So he's playing normal weight hit here, trying to hit and roll. I believe he's trying to hit and roll not behind the corner, but right in front of that red rock that's in the back 8 foot and set up a double on his next. First shot for Kevin Cooey and end number 3.
Yep.
Clark Martin on early.
Oh.
Must be close here. The sweepers are being called off and on.
On and off.
And the roll, trying to settle in front of that red rock.
Kev.
It'll roll just a bit far, but does bring the play to the middle.
Good.
Yeah, and Kevin should have a double on his next, or should be very close. It's a nice throw, overroll slightly.
So if you're Team Mouat, you're just looking for where you can hit and roll and be safe from a Cooey double here, Brandon?
Yeah, you know, a tricky shot to get these perfect, precise rolls. If he doesn't, of course, this will leave a double for Kevin Cooey.
Maybe what you had, actually.
Okay. Probably hitting half stone.
And big shot here for Bruce Mouat, his first of the third end, looking to get a hit and roll to prevent Kevin Cooey from a double play.
Easy. Curl.
Clean. Curl.
Down by 2 with 2 steals by Cooey to start the
Curl.
game.
Whoa.
And Hammy McMillan trying to carve it.
Both. Gotta go.
Now straight Bobby Lamy really trying to sweep this.
Tyler.
Looks very close.
Great roll there.
Yeah, perfect shot by Bruce Mouat. There's no double there.
So Cooey will be satisfied just to hit this and give Mouat his deuce.
Yeah, and Bruce will be happy with that after a couple misses in ends number 1 and 2. It's a great recovery. Couple more shout-outs here. Barbara joining from St. John, New Brunswick. Thanks for joining,
can't roll
Barbara.
and be shot, right?
Hello, Susan from LaSalle, Manitoba.
Just try and roll a rock.
An update on sheet 4. It was a blank end in the Returnas and Carruthers game, so it's still 1-1 after 3 ends. Carruthers has hammer in end number 4.
Oh, wait's good.
Cooey's last here in this third end.
Yep.
You can just make this red one go away and sit there.
Hard.
And he will, right on the nose. And open hit here for Mouat to get his 2 and notch this game up at 2.
Okay.
Final stone in number 3. Now with a chance for 2.
Curl. Clean. Curl still.
On the curl.
Right to it,
This
right to
looks good. Nice shot by Bruce Mouat. And that is 2.
So after 3, we are all tied up 2-2 here on sheet 5 at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center. And we'll take a moment to thank some of our sponsors. Beck's Construction, Border Inn and Suites, Bandit Energy, Synergy, T-Bar 1, Cooperators, Jason Arden and Associates.
L&L Oilfield, Velocity Truck Centers, 1061 The Goat, Strathcona Resources Limited, and the presenting sponsor, Wild Rose Pump and Compression Limited.
Boundary Ford, Canadian Angus, Click Before You Dig, Lloydminster Agricultural Exhibition Association, Lloydminster Curling Club Players Tour, RL Electric.
Fountain Tire, Industrial Scientific, Excel Insurance Lloydminster Limited, Musgrave Agencies.
Thanks to all the great sponsors and volunteers for this event. So So all tied up at 2 here, Brandon, and we've got ourselves a game.
Yeah, really, and we expected this would be tight right down to the wire here. Very interesting first 3 ends, back and forth action.
Full 8 burst.
Keep it going.
Good, Hammy.
I'll put this first one in to the 8-foot.
And there's no point playing that cube given the scoreboard. Hey, buddy.
And Kui's going to hit it, so we might have ourselves a simplified end here.
Yeah, I wondered, you know, he was thinking about throwing the corner. He was kind of thinking, pondering what his options were, but yeah, it looks like they might. The other option, you know, with playing this, of course, Mouat's going to obviously hit the Kui stone after this. They might go for the delayed corner guard. That's another strategy that these teams like to execute and put into their gameplay every now and then. And that will not help with the execution of that plan rolling out there with Karik. The reason they do that delayed corner guard, Chris, is just to have, you know, a little bit less mess up front and allow the team that doesn't have hammer to throw a few good ones up the center. So it is a good call to get, you know, potentially set up for a more open 2 points.
Nice.
And you can see Bruce does not want to play into that. He's already changed gears and is throwing the center guard. It's interesting. Both teams are kind of changing strategy.
Yeah. And Kui will come behind it. So right when we thought we were maybe going to have a quick end here and not much action, it looks like we're right back in the thick of it.
Yeah, very interesting. A nice guard there by Hammy McMillan, right on the center line where these teams with a no-tick zone want them.
I like it. I don't got like
Lots of room. Lots of
Hi,
room.
Gloria from Tracy, New Brunswick. Thanks for joining.
Go then. Tyler's, go.
It's perfect off
Sink
eight.
this yellow stone behind the red guard.
Yep, a little bit. That's good.
It will come to rest. Full 4 foot. Still biting the button.
Good ice.
Line's great.
Line only.
Wool in. Right on it. Yep. Whoa.
Bobby Lammy
Whoa.
from the out-turn
Wait, don't
freeze. Sweepers are liking this on and off.
14-5. Curl.
Okay, 14.5 seconds. Still beautiful speed.
Nice ball.
Kind of straightened out there at the end. Expected a little more finish on that, Brandon.
Yeah, I'm wondering what we've seen that with the Scottish team throughout this event. Just with the way they throw that little bit more rotation to hold their rocks a little bit straighter down the line before they do curl. So they will get a little bit, if anything, a hair less curl than Team Kui will.
Top 8.
Kui looking for top 8.
Run nice.
Yep.
Yeah, and trying to set up these angles so they've got a good angle to get rid of that red rock in the top 4.
Hard,
trying to get just to the low side, the centerline side. Card really digging in here. They're really working this.
No, just touched the 12 foot. A little bit higher than they would have liked there.
I think it's too hard to back here right now.
Not what Jacques would have wanted. It does kind of act as a potential guard. It's tough for Team Kui to use that yellow rock and run that in. It's not a great angle. If he was going to be that light, they would want that to be almost wide open. Slight miscue there, but very close by Jacques Gauthier.
Should be there.
Bobby Lammy coming with the intern now.
Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Line only.
Whoa.
Roll there. Back 4.
Nice. Sadie joining from St. John's, Newfoundland, and Beth from Fox Harbor, Newfoundland. Thanks for joining in on this exciting semifinal game. Kui versus Mouat playing in the 4th end here.
Okay, Bob. That's all right.
Nice shot there for the Mouat squad.
14-5.
Kui does remain shot, but 2 red stones in a good position. They can be utilized there,
Hit and
Brandon.
roll, basically just hit and roll.
Yeah, Mouat, I should say, definitely has their rocks in some good spots, controlling that, and that is a lonely Kui stone there. It's
Or the
surrounded
guard.
by a couple
Roll
reds.
for a corner.
Or what?
Hit and roll on the guard.
I don't like that. I don't.
Similar weights.
You either play this or you blow it up.
Hit. Hit.
Board.
It's a great look at the entire Kui team there. Thank you to Mavs Entertainment for providing this great picture for us and all the fans. Hey, Loretta from Deer Lake, Newfoundland.
So we're going to get some rocks moving here. Playing their own stone, just top 12.
Real hard. Yep. Hard. Real hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Are they by
Hard.
that? And they are.
Oh, great sweep by
great
Card
sweep.
Martin.
And they'll push that redstone right out the back. Just a great shot.
And the great sweep by Kevin Kui to get that red rock back, back out of the house. That's a personal favorite, the old skip sweep behind the tee line.
That's right.
What I make a living off of, Chris. That's a
It's
specialty.
bread and butter.
Yeah. Hi, Val from Assiniboia.
Don't mind
Thanks
that,
for
yeah.
joining. Cheering
Well,
for
this-
Team Kui.
Looks a lot better for Kui now than it did a minute ago.
Yeah, great to open up that 4 foot a little bit more. Gives Kevin a little bit more breathing room right now.
Hot.
So now to look to hit the third shot stone here and roll towards the middle.
Yeah, I do like this call. It's a
But wait.
important shot here from
Hot.
Grant Hardy. Doesn't want to roll wide
Worried that
or
even if you
nose
do
and
make
give
that,
Kui an opportunity.
they could maybe get under.
That's our worry here, yeah.
First, potentially
I like
changing
this.
gears.
Scoreboard, but I wanted to give it to you because I felt like if I got it out there, you could hold it as opposed to. Those don't seem like
Maybe
they
try and get half under.
Just gotta get it over. Split set.
Sit like edge on edge.
Split set.
Well, he didn't give me as much ice. For like half a rock with board, it was like this much ice. No, I don't think you had hard weight, and it didn't.
And they've
look
went back
like
to the
it
original
looked like a big
call. Big shot here for Grant Hardy. Playing the intern. Just hack board weight, it looks like, Chris.
And you could hear they wanted to roll this underneath and be edge on edge with that top.
Yes, 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 yes.
Whammy on the
Hard,
carve.
hard.
Great shot by Grant Hardy.
Want to
Very
roll maybe
nice.
just a bit further,
Little
but
low?
a really nice result.
Yeah, good execution.
You don't like trying to make
Probably need to
everything?
go another inch, but very nice.
Hello, Margaret from
as long as
from
you- as
Tor
long as you
Bay,
hit the-
and
the one that's
Elizabeth
top
from
8 foot on
Fairview,
this side,
Alberta.
lots of
Thanks
good
for
stuff
joining.
happens for us.
What do you like?
Yeah, that's, I
The
like.
slash is like a fifth.
You ever run the guard, Kev? Little low side.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
good
know,
if you
but-
make it. Yeah.
I mean, are we gonna make shots out here or what?
It's
What,
fair
this?
comment. I think a lot of shots are good if you make them. We're gonna
Okay.
say, Brandon.
What?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the team is
Yeah, you
at
need to
this
throw more
level. You
weight,
know,
though.
they're playing very high degree of difficulty shots, so nothing is easy out here.
What?
Some
It's
discussion
smaller
of slashing
down
that
here.
yellow into there, or maybe even just playing
What do you like?
the red guard
just-
on the center.
What kind of weights?
And they've settled on a board weight hit.
Mine did come up
I
a bit.
do
at the
like
end.
this call, definitely trying to eliminate and again give Kevin some breathing room because it's a very congested 4 foot right now and difficult for Kevin to get a second point in there, and there's a few dangerous team out Red Rocks lurking.
Hard board.
And we'll have to navigate a pretty narrow port here to get to this red.
Clean.
Hard board.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
on and off here. Now
Whoa.
Karik is on the sweep.
Curl.
Jacques taking it now for the
Curl.
curl. Very close. Oh,
What a great shot.
hold your breath there. Yeah,
Yeah,
again.
very little room for error either side there.
Yeah,
Make that.
maybe a little
Thanks, reverse.
heavier than what Tyler wanted, it sounded like. But great shot.
Just by that outside yellow
Almost
guard.
control.
Peel.
Great
Yeah.
replay.
Pulling the out turn will get the rolls.
So Kui will sit 2 with hammer, but a chance for Mouat to maybe remove at least
Here,
one
high,
of these
get
little
it, or
stones.
do I need 3/4?
No, here high's fine, I think. Very close.
You are right. That is pretty suitable.
Yeah, and it looks like they are playing, of course, the double here, Chris. Might leave a potential double back here for Team Kui.
Curl.
Big shot here for Grant Hardy.
Curl.
If they're by that yellow on the outside, it's going to be a good one. And it is.
Yeah, great
Great double
shot.
takeout.
Yeah, beautiful shot by Grant Hardy. Good curl there by Hammy McMillan. Great replay.
And you can tell when the rock gets through there just how narrow that port is.
Yeah. Oh my
Navigated
goodness.
expertly.
And you heard a little bit of a size there by Hammy McMillan.
Shade high.
Good appreciation by the fans watching on the ice level and upstairs here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center. They're loving these very precise, difficult shots. Great execution.
Yeah, Pauline, I think
Pretty
we're all
hard.
holding our breath on that one. That was, that was not much room for error on that shot.
Hard.
They'll try the run back double, but they will jam and stick it.
And stuffs it.
So Mouat sits 2 without hammer.
Will be tough for Kevin Kui to generate 2 points in this end and even potentially score. Team Mouat's going to look at really tightening up that scoring area. Listening to Team Mouat here.
Yeah, try and get under there, or you just try and leave it with it clear. Yeah, you might leave him that triple.
What do you like here, Chris?
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking that coming behind here, Brandon might be a nice chance to put some pressure on him, but you just heard them talking about leaving a triple potentially, so puck placement's going to be pretty crucial on this one, I think, Brandon. What do you like?
A triple, yeah, and that's just big respect for Kevin Kui, one of the best hitters in our game. These top teams just have such respect for each other. They are always keeping that in mind. What am I leaving the other team when they're calling these
I'm
shots?
just thinking there. Stone deeper.
Okay. Up here's not good.
Full forward. Bite the lines.
Yeah, calling full 4 potential, bite the
Peace out's
line.
good, yeah. Yeah.
15 here, Bob.
And Bruce
Again, if
asking
he
about
takes
the
that on and we're
speed
here
with
and
Bobby
misses it,
Lammy. We'll get a time
tap
on
him to
this.
the
They're
bottom, he's
talking
a lot
about
better.
15 seconds, hog line to hog line.
So, right there, Hammy.
I've been slacking it on the stopwatch here.
Also, don't
Chris.
leave it out.
Yeah,
They
it's
can
good to
kind of
see,
get
you
nose.
found it and got it out now, so we can get some times for the viewers.
Never really liked that. You're always. It looked really hard.
Think for a half out, that
We've
looks
got
nice.
Cora Lee watching from the Northwest Territories. Of course, Kevin Kui originally from the Northwest Territories, I believe, and his brother Jamie plays of the Territories. So, of course, the Team Kui supporter. Thanks for joining.
Hey, well,
Mouat
Nick.
looking to put this
Line's
just
good.
maybe top 4 foot, Brandon.
We better
I
him.
think so. Yeah,
much
top
room.
4. It sounds like they
Line's
want to
okay.
get it fully buried by in the line,
Too much
the
room.
center line that is.
Fully 4, boys.
And
Carve.
very close to what they're looking for. I got 14-9.
You need to. You leave it under. Yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep,
14.9 is right to the 4 foot, just about full 4.
Yeah, great speed there from Bruce. We'll want that to curl, if anything, a little bit more. You see Bobby Lammy at the end trying to get that to curl.
Mouat does sit 3 without hammer, playing this 4th end.
To get rid of them all, you think this one goes?
But possibly a chance for Kui to get rid of all of them.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, Then why don't I? Then I'm thinking I can play
Like
this.
back 8. You can't do anything with the red on this side.
It's just
Only if you think you can get there, though.
nose, and I have to
Oh yeah, it's like half open, eh? Yeah. Yeah. I like that card.
And you know what? Even if I make, well, mind you, he can't really play that very good, eh? What? You don't think that if I throw a rock at that 8, you think it just dead plants, eh? Like to kill this one.
He's looking at a potential run back triple.
I know that was the original discussion, and I selfishly wanted him to try it just to see it happen. But
Yeah, and that'd be a fun one for the fans watching the stream and for everybody at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center here.
At least they're scoring.
And like Kevin said, at least they're scoring if they are playing
unless
that.
I get down there and this looks really easy. I think it's closer than you think. So.
do you think they can get all 3 red rocks moving here, Brandon?
I do agree with Kevin and Tyler. I think that the red one in the top 8 will jam on the one in the 4
Makes a
foot.
noise there. If I'm
But
planting
if
that,
Kevin
they're both going,
throws
right?
his
Those 2 anyways.
If Kevin throws that
Close,
big weight
yeah.
again,
I might even be able to make it
he
like
might
this,
get
right?
that squirting out a little bit more, like he's talking about. This is Kevin's specialty, of course, these out-turn peel weight shots. My specialty would probably be more of the
We're just
in-turn
gotta
draw
score here.
tap. I would be playing that, but Kevin is so good at these. I do like this
The lead,
call.
just that get under.
Yeah, next door on the Retornes
very
Brothers, the
risky,
other
yeah.
semifinal. A big miss
is
from
two
Jacobs there.
thirds, half
Heavy on
rock
his
kind of thing?
last stone
Two-thirds,
draw, and
two-thirds.
Retornes will pick up the steal of 2.
Yeah, 3-1 now for Team Retornes after 4 ends. Big change in momentum in that game. Here's Kevin Cooey with a big run back, potential triple.
Yep. Gotta go. Oh, yep.
Can he move all 3
Whoa,
red
whoa!
rocks?
It's very close.
Great shot,
Great
Kev.
shot
With the
by
third one
Kevin
jammed.
Cooey.
Good shot.
Yeah,
Just a great shot, though.
but still, just with that weight, they did anticipate that would jam in the
little
rings,
thicker.
but to get that shooting out there and have a wide open house,
A little thinner.
Go, Kev.
that was critical. Great throw there by Kevin Cooey.
Yeah.
So Mouat looking to put another one in the 4 foot here and force Cooey to his 1.
Aye. Don't want to leave this.
Yeah, and potentially a little bit risky if he does leave a run back double for Kevin for 2. I do like this call, though. It's the aggressive
No,
play.
at least then we're scoring for sure. Like, or my shot is easier. He has to hit it.
And he did just throw this in-turn draw, so Bruce should know this very well.
Be hard for me
We
not
got
to.
14-9 the last one. We'll get you time on this one. Last rock of the 4th end here for Bruce Mouat.
Mouat looking to put the pressure on Cooey.
Line's a little tighter.
Wasn't as through it.
Line's good. Line's good.
Line's great.
Way only. Way only.
Sweepers on and off this early. They like the
Can't go
speed.
deep. Can't go deep.
I got
Mind the line,
14-8,
Kev. Don't
very
even bite
similar
the line. Don't even bite
speed.
the line. Bobby when you can. Hard, Bob. Hard. Get to the line. Get to the line.
And a great spot there.
Yeah, nice shot by Bruce Mouat. I don't see any run double there.
This is good. Just good. Hack.
Looks like just a straight hack weight hit here for Cooey to take his 1 and
Hey, you're on the beat.
go up
And
by
a solid
1,
hack.
heading into
Yep.
the halfway point of this game.
Yeah, and this is what I love what the top teams play, just that hack board weight on these shots. A lot of other teams you'll see, especially younger
Straight up
teams,
here.
you'll see them play normal weight at this. And that just, gives them higher probability that they'll roll out with their shooters. So he's playing that nice hack board weight to bring his sweepers into this. Last shot and number 4 here for Kevin Cooey.
Solid hack. Hack
Nice
weight.
control
Whoa,
hack
whoa.
hit here for his 1.
Hack weight.
Whoa.
That's hack weight.
Clean. Yep. Whoa.
Sweepers
Halfway.
like this, on and off.
Whoa. Curl.
Gauthier with the curl now. Has
Curl!
to get this right to nose.
Is that enough to
and
score
it is
here,
very
Brandon?
close.
We just needed a little bit of a roll to the inside.
We'll have a look.
Shot,
Oh,
Kev.
and it is one yellow. Just got it.
Good night, guys.
So we head into the halfway point of this game.
Like people, businesses have their journey, their path, sometimes straight, but more often evolving, growing, and adapting to a changing world, creating the need for knowledge in areas like accounting, consulting, tax, technology, areas critical to your continued growth and success. All part of the journey, all part of what we do together with you. Because your success is the destination. MNP, wherever business takes you.
Welcome back here to the Astec Safety Challenge.
Yep.
Fifth end action here of our semifinal game of Team Kui versus Team Mouat. Team Kui up 3-2. Mouat with hammer playing in end number 5 here. And we've got Cecilia from all the way from Estonia. Thanks for joining, Cecilia and Pauline. Yeah, we're all taking a deep sigh of relief on that one. That was just got that single for Team Kui. Great shot. Both teams just playing great. This has been a very closely contested semifinal matchup so far.
At least. Almost third.
Reminder that the other semifinal, they're also playing the fifth end. It is a 3-1 lead after a big steal of 2 for Team Returnas in the fourth end. Carruthers down 3-1, and they have hammer in
0%.
playing
Right
at
on
number
it.
5.
Back 12. Freeze.
Just no sweeping back there. Holy shit. That is hilarious.
And you can hear Tyler talking. You know, there's been a little bit of miscues on the sweeping.
Back 12.
Potentially, Kevin not sweeping that very hard. He would want him to give that a little bit more of a scrub.
Getting called out there a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
Whoa, guys, take a look.
Good teammates do
Get a
that,
room.
right? Give
That's
each
right,
other
yeah,
the
keep each other
cheers and
honest.
gears.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
absolutely.
Hard then. Get it back here. Whoa.
Gonna freeze this back to the red one of
keep
belonging to
going, keep
Mouat.
going.
Yeah, and of course,
Good
Sammy
shot,
McMillan
Garrett.
went deep there. That's a great shot. A lot of times, those ones in the back of the house, even though it's a miss, they end up going on the scoreboard. That's the old Donnie B3. They call it. Don Bartlett used to have that. They used to
I think we
employ
need
that
to-
strategy by mistake, and it ended up in the scoreboard. So good call there, and a nice shot from Clark Martin
Back
to
line.
that red rock will never go on the scoreboard. It's perfectly frozen.
I like
Cool.
that. That's catchy, the Donnie B3.
Wanted.
I know, yeah, rolls are off the tongue. We've got Judy, Owen, and Diane watching from cold Manitoba.
Hard! All the way, Grant.
And Manitoba getting the same
Right
cold
to it,
snap as
you're
us,
over
I'm guessing.
Right
Yes, yeah, seems to have hit Western Canada, most of us on the same way.
Overcurled a little here, but is frozen to that yellow rock, just corner frozen.
Right on it. Back 4, back 8.
Do you think I can afford to give you that?
Good shot from Hemi
was I
McMillan,
dressed out
overcurled
last time?
slightly from what he would have wanted.
Just writing? Okay. Back 4.
Hi, Anne from Moose Jaw. Glad to bring you this coverage. Thanks for joining. Big thank you to Mavs Entertainment and everybody helping out to bring this free live stream to you.
I didn't have heavy.
Line's good.
Go then.
We're seeing a lot of
Line's
action
good.
at the back of
Easy.
the house
Only.
here. Looking to put another one down
Curl, curl, curl. You're,
Yeah, Kark
if,
trying
whoa,
to
you're here, you're
curl.
here. Yep, hard curl, hard curl.
Good sweep
really
by
nice
Kark
shot there.
Martin. Yeah, good shot by Jacques Gauthier.
as we inch closer to the 4-foot with these continuous freezes.
Yeah, and kind of the opposite of
Long as
what
you get
we've
to the
seen so
inside.
far, all kind of at the back of the
That felt
house.
like
It'll
a-
be interesting to
that
see
felt
how
like a
this
ball.
end plays out with all of those rocks behind the tee line.
Yeah. Like that felt almost like what I gave you on that back 12-1.
This can be dangerous, though, for Team Kui. There's, you know,
whole
even
way
though they're
around.
all behind the tee line, they want to make sure they're
No.
not having any of those
Well, the
red
whole way-
counters show up on the scoreboard.
It ran the whole way like it's hot. It doesn't curl, it's just
Whoa.
slow, I think.
More joining. Maureen from New Brunswick, thanks for joining. And John from Mexico.
Oh, Puerto Vallarta.
Yes.
Keep going, keep going,
And
keep going.
Barbara from Winnipeg, Winterbag, absolutely, yeah. Thanks everybody for joining us
13-9.
on this Sunday semifinal of the Astec Safety Challenge.
Two teams looking to punch their ticket to that final at 2 o'clock and take home some cash and that nice trophy.
The trophy's
No, no,
beautiful. We've talked
T-
about it a couple of
T-line
times. So
back button.
cool. It's got a good shot
button.
of the Alberta and Saskatchewan map, and you know, border city here in Lloydminster. So perfect trophy. Kind of epitomizes this event, I think, perfectly.
Absolutely.
Wait only again.
So Gauthier looking to
What?
put one down on top of that latest throw in redstone.
Hard then.
And they've played this
Hard!
pass so
Come on,
many times this end. You'd think they'd be close. Tyler Tardy really digging in. He's got to drag this.
Yeah, just a little light on this one.
Top forward line.
Yeah, he heard apology from Jacques. He was just straight light, I think. And this does open the door for Team Mouat to set up for their 2 here in the 5th end.
Mouat, of course, sitting one with hammer, looking to sink another one in here with the out turn.
Line's great.
Going with the out turn here with Bobby Lamy.
Wait's close.
Super's really having to go hard on this one.
Gotta go for line now. Hard line.
Getting close to that center guard. Will they make it by?
Grant Hardy and Hammy McMillan really trying to drag this.
Really great scrub there.
Yeah, they
Not as deep as I
were
would've liked.
post to post on that.
Yep.
Great sweep just to get that rock into the 12-foot. Again, not
I
what
think-
Bobby
I don't
Lamy
think
would
it's
have wanted.
slowing
That
down. I just
rock
don't
in the
think it's any
12-foot
faster,
just acts
but
as
you
a
can
guard
get
for
away with
Team
more
Kui
weight.
to wrap around now.
Yeah, great chance for them to sink one on the button here, frozen, and it'll be difficult to move that rock out of there.
And they'll need to make this. They need to be close. This is Tyler Tardy's in
have
turn as
heavy,
the
Garrett.
lefty.
I don't have heavy.
Line's good.
I don't have heavy.
Clean. Yep. Line. Where are you?
Wait's good. We're there.
Whoa, off.
Just there.
Clean. Yep. Whoa.
It's coming
Yep. Get it back here. Hard weight.
Super's going hard to
Hard,
get this
guys.
on top of that redstone.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Shot, Ty.
Great sweep by Kark and Jacques.
And a
You
nice
could
spot
hear-
sitting top button there.
Yeah, and you could hear they thought it was heavy and then just halfway kind of coming down here.
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
got
seemed to
that.
have caught him a little bit off
Wherever
guard
you
there.
And we've seen that throughout.
Right,
It's
Ty.
been beautiful speed throughout the entire
Yeah.
week here at the Astec Safety Challenge. But if sweepers are off it at all or just get off, you know, you see those rocks starting to grab and curl, and the speed will come right
Someone
off.
else to just hold the room.
Listen in here to Team Mouat on their thoughts.
Fuck off.
Control on the out.
Okay, we're back.
Thanks so.
And I think they're playing the double run back here, Chris.
A few shout-outs from the other stream here, too. Don Rose, Linda Campbell. Megan Edwards, Wilma Rathwell, Jenny Drummond, and Jenny and Maisie are on the Isle of Skye, Scotland. And Justin Anderson, of course, a former wrestler, another wrestler legend like yourself, Lakeland College.
Thanks for the plug, Chris. Yeah, we had a couple of course, the Lakeland. Chris and I are assistant coaches for the local Lakeland College Wrestlers curling team. We have some of our curlers volunteering at this event as well.
There's a great little run back.
Oh, beautiful shot by Grant Hardy.
And they will sit two.
That
Actually
is
three, I
not
think, back there, Brandon.
Or
That
something
third one
on
is
the
coming
guard.
away,
Wow.
so.
There's a great replay of it. Perfect angle.
Oh, great shot.
Wow. That's impressive.
Really nice result for them.
And didn't throw very
And
hard
also
weight
run
there.
the
Just
middle.
that control weight take out.
Yeah.
Beautiful execution.
Like 2 or 3.
And
Try
it
to,
does
like,
look
nose
like
it so you leave our
close for
corner, too.
3 there. Got a few more from watching here. Jennifer, thanks for joining from
You ain't
Dauphin,
the same kind of thing
Manitoba.
they just played, Kev?
Yeah, you can,
Oh, and
but
we
you
do
can
have
see a
some
ton of
Scottish
yellows
contingent here. Donna from tropical Scotland.
Like
And
if you
shout
hit it
out to
into
the
here,
people. Thank you to the volunteers, of
gotta
course, on
stay
the ice.
buried
She's
or
saying the poor
fix
souls
them.
out there. They've got blankets, so hopefully they're doing okay. We appreciate them keeping us updated on the scoreboards. Denise from Richer, Manitoba, and Joan from Moose Jaw. Thanks for joining.
Right, like you see what I mean? You play something back in here, if
Listening
you
to
ever catch
Cooey and
this,
Tardy here. They are in
like
trouble
that,
here.
That one's got to stay buried. I don't hate it, but it's...
So listening to Team Cooey as they discuss this important shot.
Okay.
Yeah, and it does look, there's a great look at the house.
If you're doing that, you could just about draw there.
It does look like Team Mouat is currently sitting 3, so big trouble here for Team Cooey without Hammer.
Just, yeah. Just.
No.
No? Oh. Oh, I definitely don't like it.
Well, or you just got to move it a centimeter, then we can. Like, I can't hear this. I mean, this is kind of, it's a must make if we play it.
Yeah, I mean, the freeze is a must make too. Right?
Well, you can't throw this hard. Yeah, just don't baby it though. Like,
Take a seat.
So what have they settled on here, Brandon?
I think they were talking about this, the left-handed entrance freeze tap, I believe. Well, now they've changed gears. They were talking about, yeah, they are playing
I
the
don't
run
like,
back.
I have no, okay. What?
Cooey seems a
Where do you
little
want it?
unsure with this decision.
Yeah, they're just
Kinda
switching
wait, guys.
turns.
Go.
Kevin was looking at the other turn there. Looks like they're just playing this again with like a control weight takeout. Big shot here for Tyler Tardy. His last rock here of the 5th end.
Weight's great.
Team Mouat sitting 3 currently.
Whoa! No, curl!
Big shot here for Team
Yeah,
Cooey.
and Jacques is going really hard on the curl to get this to curl.
Yeah.
Oh, a bit of a plan B, but
Yeah,
nice result.
and that helps for sure to get
Not
that
bad.
rock in.
Just wanted that to curl up a little more, but effectively comes off that other yellow and does the same thing anyway.
Get
So
here low, it's
Yeah,
quite
good
nice.
replay there. Thanks to the guys for giving us that replay.
Yeah.
a good look at the house there and what Team Mouat will be facing.
Well, if you have to wait, but
Yeah, and that Kui rock is definitely dangerous there, biting the top 4. So Team Mouat does have to address that. They can't ignore it.
right on the nose. Yeah.
I think even playing this, he's always got this kind of out.
Yeah, I like it.
Fraction high nose.
Normal.
Yep.
Normal.
I think they're going to try and nose that yellow, and they will get rid of their red. That is shot stone on the button.
Oh, I don't think so.
Is there a chance it catches on that back yellow as you see it angled there too, maybe? I don't know if it'll come into play anyway, but
I don't think they'd be shot over in the other yellows, but yeah, I do like this call. They need to, like we said, they do need to deal with this dangerous yellow Kui stone. But it's a tricky shot. You never like driving in a yellow into your own reds.
no, that's for sure.
Big shot here for Grant Hardy, his last stone, event number 5.
Yep. Hard.
Whoa.
Whoa. Curl.
And there goes Bobby Lammy on the curl here.
Whoa. Straight.
Very close. It's a great shot by Grant Hardy.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, it looks like it is Mouat again sitting 3. I believe that yellow and the bottom right as we're looking is Alcanine, the red.
Red did jam on the back yellow and remain in play, but not currently counting.
Yeah, great shot. It's a great replay. Very difficult shot. Again, like we said, never like running opposition stones into your own. But again, they did need to address that Kui stone. It was dangerous playing the top 4.
Is Kui looking to come around here?
I think so, and freeze the back. This is a huge shot here in the 5th end to limit Mouat down. They're currently setting up for a multiple point end.
I agree.
You want to be
Kui's first shot of this 5th end.
Similar to what he threw in the first end is really close. It's on
Chris
the heavier
McQuid here
side,
with
but
Brandon
really
Cookson bringing you this semifinal action.
What are you trying for,
Sunday
back
morning
8?
in Lloydminster, Saskatchewan. Just barely in Saskatchewan here today, Brandon.
Yes, yeah, and barely still morning, but we're still there in mountain time here. Huge shot here for Kevin Kui, his first event number 5.
I had lights. Line's good though. Line's good.
Light out of his hand.
Early, yeah.
Line's good, guys.
Gauthier going really
Line's
hard.
good. Room. Let's get it back there.
Got 14-5. This should be close.
We're going to freeze that back red stone.
Whoa!
And he will. Great shot.
Yeah, and they did want to get right to the face of that. This will open the door slightly for Team Mouat, but a great shot by Kevin Kui. See that curling in beautifully at the end. Just want to curl that a little bit more. This does leave a potential. I'm not sure if Bruce can play direct hit at this or if it's just the run back off his own red.
Maybe I'm not throwing them, I don't know, but... Like,
listen to Team Mouat here.
I knew I threw my second one right, but I didn't think I was the only one. Okay, compared to that should have been light.
Got a couple people who are in this event who I see are tuning in.
Even though yours
Jeremy
are coming
Hardy
down,
from Team Sluchinski watching. Glenn Vanance playing with Team Sturmey. Of course, Glenn was one of the home players here this weekend. He's just from Kid Scotty.
And you have maybe a bundle. Yeah, but if he gets inside, you've maybe got the clean pick. He's only for 1. I think we need to put this. Fraction low. Just stick it right there.
Yeah. Easy peel?
Yep. If he makes the perfect nose double, he covers the inside of this. And you'd have to...
Like it?
You could also just try and draw right there. I think stick your first call.
Two options here to try to generate their 2 here, Brandon.
So normal or peel?
Easy peel?
Yeah, talking easy peel.
Maybe don't need to.
Maybe normal? Yeah. Same as mine. Okay. You've seen how it ran.
I do like normal just to make sure you're not. You don't need to throw this that hard to get that yellow dislodged. The more weight again that they play, the more likely, of course, the red they're running in might spill the ring. So I do like that.
Just draw it here.
Shout out from Jerry watching our Team Kui from Whitehorse, Yukon.
Thanks for joining, Jerry. Yeah.
Then you maybe have that run double for
12.
And Team Mouat is so good. We've seen this multiple times this game. They play just the perfect weight on these shots. They don't, like, they have that high weight ability, but they have been playing just those control normal weights on these run backs. I believe they are just playing normal.
Bruce Mouat with his first rock at this 5th end. Trailing Team Cooey 3-2, but he does have the hammer.
Yeah, looking to get this a hair low, hair centerline side here.
Curl.
Looking for a little more curl out of this.
Whoa, Hammy. Hard. Hard.
Hammy McCown on the straight now.
Really nice result there.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Sitting
Well,
2 for sure, and a couple close ones around the back there, Brandon, but it looks like yellow is third shot.
yeah, overcurled slightly from what Grant Hardy would have wanted there, but a great shot. We'll have a good look there. Here's a great look at the replay. Thanks to the guys again at Mads Entertainment for these great pictures on this live stream.
So Cooey looking at the best way he can hold Mouat to 1 here.
Yeah, it's hard to know how many Mouat is sitting. 2 for sure, like we said. I think it might just be 2, Chris.
Yeah, I think you're right, Brandon. It's a Sunday morning. It's not that early anymore, so I guess I can't blame that on my eyesight here, but it's a great shot. I think yellow is pretty clearly third shot. So.
I think so, yeah, but still danger time for Kevin Cooey without hammer here in end number 5.
And hopes he can catch that.
He's talking about the hin roll. I do like that shot. I don't know what else Kevin has besides that hin roll, to be honest.
It can get dicey if I roll to, like, right there, right? Huh? Sure it is. If I'm like edge on edge, he just plays it like this. It's just a shade high.
You can hear Kevin's concern.
Like you're
if
better
he doesn't
you're better to poke a hair out this side. Well, you just can't. You just don't want to leave it where he can play this and clip that. But I mean, if you overroll, he just plays the nose again.
Yeah, if he plays this hin roll, he has to make it perfect.
Then he brings that into play.
At this point, he has to make everything perfect. You know, sitting again, facing a multiple point end here.
And here's concern if he does stay on this side, showing any of that.
No, I know.
That shooter,
I'm saying I just don't want to
be slashed back into that little mess of rocks at the back, and potentially lead out again from out.
Yeah. Hi, Patricia, joining from Spirit River, Alberta. Welcome, and thanks for joining the live stream here. Again, this is a semi-final match, Team Cooey versus Mouat of the Astec Safety Challenge. 5th end action here, Mouat with hammer. Winner, of course, will be in the championship final
Wait,
at
his
2
last
p.m.
end, kind of that
Mountain time.
good hack. What? I haven't seen much out here, have we?
I think, yeah. Like, it looks real close to me.
I'd say it's borderline max.
I would say so, too. Yeah.
Is Cooey looking for the roll here?
Yes, yeah, absolutely, Chris. He's trying to get this, I believe, totally buried. Doesn't want to leave accommodation for Mouat to get both rocks out and send multiple.
Whoa, Kirk.
Called
No!
hack from the sweepers.
Whoa! Straight! Straight!
Kark on the
straight
now, really trying to hold
whoa,
this coming
girl!
in.
Whoa, whoa!
This is close.
Whoa, yep!
Great shot. Rolled to a really nice spot there.
Yeah. Overcurled maybe just slightly, but a great shot by Kevin Cooey. You knew this was close of his hand. They were on and off the whole way.
Might have.
See it maybe just poke a corner out this side, but as Kevin had said, that was an acceptable result. So.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. Dead buried.
Again, a reminder of our other semifinal game going on sheet 4 is Team Carruthers down 3-2 against Team Retornaz. They're playing in end number 6. Team Retornaz has the hammer, up 1.
Trading blows here. Trading licks here.
Does Team Mouat have an opportunity to score multiple points here, Brandon?
I'll make 2 shots next time.
Yeah.
They definitely do. They've got a tricky shot, regardless of what they call here. I think they will play this quiet weight chase with the intern as we're looking at it. It's a great view of the house.
Yeah, I think they.
Great comment here from Tyler Gritton from Edmonton. He was playing in this event earlier with Team Libis. Big thanks to the volunteers in Lloydminster Curling Club. Love the atmosphere. Thanks for the shout out on the live stream, and to John Wall, of course, and all the ice makers, Brian and Graydon from Lloydminster, with these excellent ice conditions. And Colin, he's an Albertan watching from Scotland, so he's cheering for Team Mouat and was watching the Perth Masters, of course. Team Mouat came out on top in the Perth Masters last weekend over Team Ross White.
Yeah.
And that was a huge win for Team Mouat. They are on a roll here. And that win in Perth last weekend moved them up to world number 4. They were world number 6 prior to this event.
I think that's half stone.
And decision time for Team Mouat. Looking at how they can score at least 2 here.
Thanks for the shout out, Lorraine.
Normal.
The 12. I think it is pretty tough.
We'll get time for you guys. They've called just 12 seconds, so that's like just like a solid hack weight.
Normal or control?
I think normal, just make sure it goes off the bat.
Yeah, perfect nose.
I think you're perfect nose, yep. Perfect nose.
And they've changed gears. They are playing the run back now. It's a very difficult shot. Anytime you're trying to run too perfectly, you've got to get the perfect angle. Bruce will be close on this.
Hey, you know, I did see this there and thought, I was a little surprised they weren't looking at it. Big chance to score multiple points here, so let's see if he can execute.
Whoa, curl.
Whoa, curl.
Curve. Curve.
Gotta go.
Oh, and this is wide.
And that'll be a big steal for Team Cooey.
Huge change in momentum there. Bruce Mouat was looking at a multiple point end. He was kind of in between those 2 calls, the run back and just playing a 12-second come around. And yeah, it's a huge steal for Team Cooey, up 4-2 after 5 ends of play.
And a good chance to recognize some of our sponsors today. We have Strathcona Resources, Wild Rose Pump and Compression, 1061 The Goat, L&L Oilfield, Velocity Truck Centers.
Cooperators Jason Arden and Associates, T-Bar 1, Border Inn and Suites, Bexon Construction, Synergy Credit Union, Bandit, Boundary Ford, Lloydminster Agriculture Exhibition Association, The Players Tour, Lloyd Curling Club, Canadian Angus, Click Before You Dig, RL Electric.
Fountain Tire, Industrial Scientific. Thank you all these great sponsors for bringing us this great event.
Whew.
Some speed reading there, Brandon.
I know, yeah. I have to improve at that. I'm not the best at that, but thank you so much for the sponsors for making this event happen and your generous support.
So Cooey
Looks
up
pretty
by
good.
2, playing the 6th
Looks
end.
here, though. Looks here.
The Mouat team not quite
Looks
as sharp
here.
as we've seen them the rest of the
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
week here,
whoa.
Brandon.
No.
Yeah, and they've had opportunities, even in end number 1, right? Bruce had that run back combination for multiple points in the first end and again in end number 5, and he's just been slightly off on those. It is surprising.
Oh, really?
They will be going hard for their 2 points here. I expect them to be playing double corner guards here with Henry McMillan. Set this up.
Line's good. Line's great.
And Pauline hoping, yes, yeah, hopefully this event does, of course, return to Lloydminster next year and grab tickets early for sure. It's been a packed house throughout this entire week here at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center. Hi, Peter from Ingleside, Ontario. Wendy from and she is at work.
Yeah,
we won't tell your employer yet, we promise. And Rob from Manitoulin Island. Thanks for joining, Rob.
Line's tight.
Boy, just a tight guard, Kev.
Line's tight. Take a look. Take a look.
No looks.
Gonna drag this to the 12-foot.
Keep going, John. Keep going. Fully in.
Yeah, again, 6-end action here. Mouat down, Hammer down 2, I should say. Sorry, with Hammer. Chris McQuid here alongside me, Brandon Cookson. Happy to bring you this semi-final coverage here of the Astec Safety Challenge. Again, the winner of this game will be in the championship final later this afternoon at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah, whatever teams are going to be in that, it's going to be a great game, I'm sure. 4 good teams left here and a couple of good battles.
They suck, I suck.
And a great setup by both leads here in this end. 2 perfect corner guards by Hammy McMillan. Good setup by Clark Martin up the center.
I think it's going to be gimme.
Guard or the choke. Okay.
Team Kui looking for the guard here.
I got guard weight down.
Or else drying somewhere, but.
And an update on sheet 4. The game Retornaz versus Carruthers, our other semifinal. Team Retornaz gets the single, and they lead 4-2 after 6 ends of play.
Yeah, and a great shot by Brad Jacobs there, and the end of that end to get out of trouble.
Yeah, it was a great double to force Team Retornaz just to the single. Team Carruthers down 2 with Hammer playing 7.
Top 8's the weight. Looks heavy. Never heavy, Tyler. Never heavy.
Looking to come in behind this red corner guard, maybe take that corner guard away from him.
Yeah, he's looking to choke it off. He doesn't want to be totally buried again. Even just a piece buried or edge on edge.
Gotta stop. Shot.
It's a good shot by Jacques Gauthier. That does choke off the corner. Good placement.
Both corners too.
Bruce Mount's going to need to deal with those stones if he's going to utilize that corner guard.
Kui sitting 3 without Hammer currently.
Pull off the
Mouat
impossible and make 2
looking
in
for
a
possibly
row.
a double here.
Did he call the double or the hit and roll?
Tough, really tough.
Yeah, it may just be the hit and roll, Brandon. You're right.
I've
Either
done
way,
it
he's
one
got a
end
couple
this game,
options,
and they
of
got
course,
2
here,
that end.
Weight's good, clean.
Whoa.
What's that?
Weight's good.
If you need a brick, I'm your man.
Whoa, straight.
On and off here, trying to get it thinner. And
really
the
nice
quiet
shot there.
weight double, yep.
Moved that yellow back and spun up into the 4-foot shot rock.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot by Bobby
You
Lammy.
don't really want to roll behind
Getting that rock
but
behind the tee
Ward.
line also helps their cause.
Yeah.
Getting that rock out of the bun square
Straight
area
high.
helps a lot.
Sit here.
Did pop a little bit out the other side, so Kui an opportunity here with some
Does that
down
look-
weight. Move
Good.
this red rock out of here.
Whoa.
Green.
Second
Whoa,
shot here
whoa,
for Jacques
curl,
Gauthier
curl,
playing here
curl.
in the 6th end.
Curl.
Kark Martin on the
Curl,
curl.
hard,
Right
curl.
off to stick
Hard,
with the
hard,
yellow.
hard. No, roll, no.
Very nice shot. Hard. Moved it cleanly and sit 3 again.
Yeah, and the only disappointment there you can hear from Jacques is he didn't want to roll quite so far because it does leave a little bit of backing for Team Mouat on the draw. They can't play the come around freeze, and that would be very difficult for Team Kui to remove.
Very good.
And Team Mouat with Bobby Lammy trying to take advantage of that. Out-turn draw to the corner here.
Got room.
Gotta go. No, you gotta go.
No bounce. No bounce.
Whoa. All right.
What do you got?
So it did bounce and sit in the
I
open
mean,
there.
it's not bad if you clip this even, but I'm seeing board. That went pretty straight.
Oh. Try going to Facebook and that curling zone one on Facebook.
Hardboard! Hardboard!
Curl. Curl hard. Red one, Karek. Red one, red one, red one.
Gotta go hard to get this red out of here, but they will get it out. Lose the shooter in the process.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's a fine result there. That yellow rock of Kui's wasn't really helping them. They would have liked to stick around with their shooter, of course. Good sweep by Jacques to get that rock over there.
What? Your glove?
I'll check inside.
Really? Really heavy.
Yeah, and team out with Grant Hardy trying to go around the other corner guard now. And they've called heavy of his hand there off the whole way. Bobby Lammy trying to get this to curl now. Go right back.
Settle just into the 12-foot second shot.
Yeah, not a bad result. They're disappointed, of course. They want to be, you know, above the tee line there.
Freeze theirs.
Hi to Kathy, watching from White City, on the Curling Zone Facebook page, reading your comments. Nice to see where everybody's from.
And Kevin Team Kui with Tyler Tardy. This is his second rock.
I got
of
just
end
through.
number 6.
Just through the house. Just
believe
through.
they were trying to freeze.
Curl then.
They
Curl
go
then.
Through, they'll try and tap.
Just through.
Curl.
Come on,
Kark Martin on the curl here,
on,
really
buddy.
trying
Keep
to
going,
carve
Kark.
this
Come on,
over.
Stay with this one, Jock. Red one, red one. Red one.
It's a great sweep by
Good
Kark.
shot.
Was maybe just a little bit heavy, a little bit wide.
Toss, bud.
Nice sweep to get that over there. It's a great replay. Kark is putting a ton of pressure on that broom.
Sitting 3 here
If
again.
you're
Look at this come around again, Brandon.
I think so, yeah. And they'll want this one in front of the tee line this time around, of course. They just played this, so they'll be familiar. I know Grant Hardy will be close in making this adjustment
Line's
here.
good. Rebar him. Curl and go. Curl and go.
And hello to Eli from
Curl.
Mid-Hudson Valley, New York. Welcome to
Really
the
needs to
stream.
curl.
Carve.
Very cool.
15.
Really needs to curl.
You gotta go,
He's
Bob.
doing nothing.
You gotta go.
It's a little better spot here for the Mouat squad. Settle just off the 4-foot, and they are shot
Not
rock
any.
currently.
Yeah, and again, Grant just disappointed. They have such high expectations of themselves. They want to get
Quarter.
that more buried
Check the weights.
because they have, I think,
Just
left.
a quarter.
Like I've got to get on it.
They're saying just a quarter. It
Probably
looks
just a
pretty
freeze.
dead buried
Freeze,
from
yeah,
our
I
look
think- not
here.
seeing much
As
here.
long as weight's close,
Of
you
course,
can
they
manage
are
it pretty
looking from the right-handed hack here for the
what Tyler just
right-hander. So, of course, with the right-handers in turn, the shot is definitely makeable. And there's lots of great curl here in this ice. We've seen it all weekend. It's definitely a tricky shot, but it is there for Kevin Kui to chase and dig this
If my weight is
Mouat
good.
stone out.
You thinking like back line, Kev?
Yeah. If I
And you heard the sweepers confirm he's looking for
I can't
just
take
back
any
line
more, I'll
weight.
just throw it in.
We'll get a time for you
Let him
here. It's
draw.
probably just wine 13
Yeah.
seconds, 13, 12 and a half, somewhere in there.
And of course, that corner guard is pretty high up there, and with this great ice, it's a really accessible shot here.
Back 8.
First
Pretty
draw,
light.
defend number
Whoa.
6 for Kevin
Pretty
Kui.
light.
Back 12.
Whoa! Whoa!
Pretty light.
Whoa!
Oh, it's just freezing.
Back 12.
And their sweepers are saying it's
Back
a little
12.
light than what they wanted. Back 12 weight.
Oh, what a brutal judge. Shot,
They
Kev.
won't remove it, but they will push it
Bad
back far
judge,
enough
maybe.
that it is 4th shot.
Yeah.
Yellow will sit 3 without hammer.
Yeah, and a
Shot,
good
Kev.
call by the sweepers. It was less weight, probably, than what he was looking for.
Good morning, Nick,
Wasn't
from
heavy out of
beautiful
the
and
hand.
fresh Turtleford, Saskatchewan. Good morning by 2 minutes yet. We're still technically morning here. But
Yeah.
Still morning, yeah.
It's the out turn there. It's on the out turn.
We're no longer morning anymore, Chris. No more good mornings anymore. It's noon exactly
It is
now.
noon. Our clock in the rink is
I
just
kind
a
of
couple
like
minutes
full
slow.
kill, Bruce.
Okay.
Get right to here.
So Mouat looking to hit that
Full kill.
yellow stone that was just thrown, roll under center, try to generate a 2 here.
I do like this call. I mean, the other option is he could just straight draw. It's a tough situation here for Team Mouat. I wonder if they're trying to, I didn't see if they're trying to him roll all the way behind the corner guard or just behind the yellow.
It's easier for him the way he throws it.
And welcome, Catherine. Thanks for your comment. And actually, that schedule does exist. If you navigate to curling zone, they have the full bracket up there too, and all the scores. So look up curling zone and the Astec Safety Challenge to find some more information. So great shot here by Bruce Mouat. Made the double, but didn't quite get that roll.
Yeah, it's still a great throw. Those high weight doubles are not easy.
Right where I nose that one. Nose is, if it's not going to get there, well, or a hair this way.
So chance
Remember, we
Kui
swept
to
it
take
and we
this
just got to nose.
Redstone out.
Yeah, I'm roll buried, and this could be a good chance at even a force for sure, but even a potential steal.
What's our weight, Kev?
It's that same weight I've been throwing, kind of solid hack.
Same weight, like that heavy hack, nice hack.
You heard the sweepers confirm again with Kevin. They're just looking for that solid hack weight. I like this kind of weight. Brings the sweepers into play. Really wants to control his shooter coming in.
Pound more. Good hack.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Kevin Kui's last
Clean.
shot of end number
Weight's
6
okay,
will
weight's good,
put the
weight's
pressure
good.
on Team Mouat
Yep.
with a
Still
perfect
good
head
hack.
roll.
Good hack. Come on, buddy.
Yes! Yes! Whoa! Whoa!
Just by that yellow and a great
Shot,
shot.
Kev.
Nice shot by
Well,
Kevin
good.
Kui.
Not as good as he could have done there.
Yeah. You hear Kevin, would have wanted to just be dead buried there, of course. Showing a piece on the outturn side. There's a great replay again from our friends here at Mads Entertainment. They've been showing us just great picture and coverage of this live stream throughout the event.
Is there any shot here 4-2 for Bruce Mouat?
Yeah, and he's lining it up, isn't he? He knows his odds. If he just gets one here, one is maybe not enough to be down 4-3 without hammer. So he's looking at playing a very difficult shot here for his 2.
Yeah.
It's an interesting call. Again, Bruce is usually so good at these, but he has been off on his runbacks this game. It's a huge shot here for
Yeah,
Bruce.
he still has. It would just be fraction harder, but not really.
Yeah, not much room for error here.
No, it looks like it's
This way
about
probably ain't
3/4, 2/3, Chris.
Yeah. Of course, any little deviation at the top is going to really show up when it gets back to that yellow shot stone.
Last rock here, Bruce Mouat. Sweepers on and
Pretty
off
close
here.
on this.
Yeah.
Run it back. What do they got? Oh, and it'll just drive it by. And it will be a steal for Kevin Kui,
Yeah,
taking a 5-2 lead after 6.
that was a very great effort by Bruce Mouat.
Great try, but a really tough shot.
The official soundtrack to Canada's only border city, 1061, The GOAT. Stay connected with MyLloydminsterNow.com.
Put death by rock and roll.
Cause I'm a
Don't blame me, blame me.
A Lloydminster legend.
I listen all day.
Everything that rocks.
Time to rock.
1061, The GOAT.
Hi there. I'm Joseph Rosenberg, the Contact Center Manager for Utility Safety Partners, and we're very proud to be a sponsor of the Astec Safety Challenge. Now, when you're competing in a bonspiel, you gotta dig deep and uncover what's buried and plan each shot. And in life, when you've gotta dig deep and uncover what's buried, well, you have to plan, and that plan needs to involve utility safety partners. When bumping that object in front of you is not an option.
Welcome back here. Seventh end action of our semifinal game of the Astec Safety Challenge. Team Kui versus Team Mouat. A big steal for Team Kui and end number 6. They're up 5-2 versus Team Mouat.
Yeah, and back-to-back steals here. A couple uncharacteristic misses. Really low percentage shot on that last one, and gave it a great effort. But at the end of the day, didn't make it, and Kui takes a 5-2 lead into the 7th, Brandon.
Yeah, and I'm Brandon Cookson here, joined with Chris McQuid. We're pleased to bring you this coverage of the Astec Safety Challenge. Great semifinal action.
Welcome to Francie, watching from Panama. We're really getting the world coverage today.
Absolutely. It's really
Let's
cool
hear.
to see where everybody's joining us from.
Top 4 is your weight. Top 8, top 4.
The curling world, of course, is a small, tight-knit community, but of course we're dispersed all over the globe here, so it's pretty cool.
Yep.
For all our Scottish fans, hoping that Bruce Mouat here is able to generate some points this end and get back in this game with only 2 ends remaining.
Yeah, and like we talked about in the break, Chris, it's been, Team Mouat has played a pretty good game. It's just Bruce is just not quite dialed in on those big last rock runbacks like he normally is. They've had chances for multiple points in a few ends and just been on the wrong side of the inch this game, unfortunately. But we have seen comebacks from 3, especially even in this event. Team Mouat was victim to a comeback from a 3 from Team Batcher last night.
That's right.
So anything is possible still.
Yeah, especially with that 5 rock rule and, of course, the no-tick rule. There's been some new changes on how we can generate offense in the games.
Yeah, and we see, conventional setup here with Hammer 2, a couple corner guards here, well executed by Hammy McMillan. And Jacques Gauthier playing the Team Kui has played this shot several times. They've employed this strategy a few times already throughout this game. Drawing around that corner guard, not trying to be totally buried to choke it off.
This one is tracking a little bit heavy. Not moving far off that center line.
Okay.
Come to a rest just on the T line. Kui sitting 3 without.
Yeah, not where Jacques would have wanted that. It's a little bit heavy, a little bit wide. Not a bad result. It does leave, however, as we can see what they've called. It leaves the hin roll here. Quiet wait for Team Mouat.
Yeah, and the one advantage for Mouat here, Brandon, those yellow rocks are, 2 of them are behind the T line, so a little bit of backing when you're trying to generate some points.
Yes, yeah.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Curl.
Hammy McMillan now Grant Hardy for the curl.
Looks like a plan B on the fly here. Trying to roll away to the outside.
Yeah, and that's a great shot by Bobby Lammy. Gets that rock, I believe, fully buried underneath the guard. And again, all those rocks behind the T line.
Even if it jams back here.
It's a great look at it again.
3/4 low. Like it?
Yeah. Out of the freeze. I think this is a shot.
Needs to remove this red stone. Needs to get out of the rings. Wants to blank to maintain hammer with control in 8. Critical shot here.
That's in or out, Kev?
Out.
And of course, Team Kui, predictably, they're going to blast away. They're giving, I believe they're giving the double a go here, Chris.
Gauthier delivering.
Yep. Hard. Yes. Hard. Hard.
Has he got both? He'll just drive it by.
Very close throw by Jacques Gauthier.
Just over curled slightly.
Yeah, and an update on our other semifinal game. Brad Jacobs just made a very great, difficult
Probably got through that. Finally good on you.
peel to get the blank.
It was ice to sweep it.
Yeah.
It's a very precise shot, and it's 4-2. Team Returnas still has the lead. Team Jacobs down 2 with Hammer coming home in the 8th end. There's a good look at both sheets and the scoreboards.
You have to be back 4. Room. Curl.
So Team Mouat looking to generate some points here. They've held off the scoreboard since that one score in the 3rd end, Brandon.
Yeah, it's surprising that they've had their opportunities, of course, as we've said, to generate their points. It's a good shot by Bobby Lammy. Good sweep by the front end there.
Or Hammer it.
Would have wanted that to be frozen solid, but it's a very good spot for Team
I
Mouat.
think you make this. It's thick, though.
Welcome to Charlie Milley, letting us watch curling from Cambridge Bay, Nunavut. Well, you're welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we've had a few people join from
I like
the
enough weight
northern
that
parts
if you
of
chisel,
Canada
it
or
gets through.
territories. It's great to see.
Yeah. Yep. Gotta be shade low.
Good board again.
Whoa.
Little firm.
Clean.
It's Cooney looking to push this red one out.
Curl. Curl.
Going really hard, on the
red
curl
one's
here,
curl,
trying
red
to
one.
carve it.
Go.
Just not quite curl enough and jam on those 2 yellows.
Not
We'll
quite
sit
what they were
2.
looking for, yeah. But they do leave, of course, Team Mouat 3rd and 4th. We'll want to get a little more curl there to get that rock all the way out of the rings.
And if you're Team Kui, that's one thing you don't want to do is set up the opportunity for a big score here from Mouat.
Yes, absolutely, Chris.
Normal. Can draw here if you want, but
I don't mind
Probably
the
never
draw. Of course, their concern is, you know, there's 2 yellow rocks to deal with, but it's still early in the end.
We go there, is he freezing? Probably not.
Third's
so we've got
first
this.
rocks
if
for
you're playing
Grant
this,
Hardy.
you're coming on the out turn.
Or you?
Oh yeah.
2 straight
I
on
don't
this
think
turn?
you're ever on the inside. You almost need this.
Yeah, you do.
So I think you're playing it on the out turn.
Interesting to
Try and
hear
get there with the hit
the
and roll then.
curler's thoughts that they cannot
Either way.
bury with the intern
You can draw there as
completely.
well.
They would have to play the out turn, and they've seen that inside out turn a few times.
Don't mind
and
drawing with your first one.
again,
if you like
part of
hit.
that challenge where they
I'd
can't
like
get
to draw,
buried is
but-
just the way that Team Mouat throws. Again, just a little bit more positive
We saw this line
rotation.
against Yannick. Like,
So they
Yeah,
do get less
true,
curl,
true.
like we talked about, than Team
Voice
Kui.
like.
it,
It was hard.
What do you think? We draw on the in turn.
He had 120 pounds.
So we're playing the draw, we're throwing it on the out turn.
Very difficult shot, of course, playing an out turn draw here around a very wide corner guard.
Yeah, a bit of a untested path here, Brandon.
Yeah, this will be a guess, but it's a good opportunity to get another rock buried here and set up for multiple points.
Normal.
And they've
Moment,
changed
easy,
gears
normal.
here again. They're playing the hit and roll.
For whatever reason.
I do like the draw. Again, just trying to score multiple points here, but again, like we've talked about, that's why we're up here and they're out there.
That's right.
They think I think they think that draw is just too hard to get a rock buried.
Freezing.
Right, okay.
Get a good read on this one.
Digging deep on this one on a Sunday. Rush.
It's a hard thing.
Big shot here for Grant Hardy, his first of the 7th end. Looking for the hit and roll.
Curl. Straight. Curl.
On and off
Hard
here.
roll,
This
hard
is
roll.
really
Whoa.
close.
Maybe just
Get up, get up.
too much roll.
very nice.
It's a great shot by
Pretty nice
Grant
spot.
Hardy. Yeah, that's a beautiful throw.
the same effect as if they had drawn there, but removed a yellow rock in the process. So
Yeah.
really great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta. I mean, I've always got this double.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Big wave shot. Nagovin, pressure. Connor Nagovin. Got it. Waited. Nice. Nice shot there. Great shot from Semigalski.
Gotta be low side.
Really sets the tone here for this 8th end. 2 staggered stones.
Very exciting action on both sheets here as these semifinal games get down to the wire. Big run back here for Tyler Tardy.
Whoa! Curl! Curl, curl, curl. Whoa, whoa.
And a great
Great
shot.
shot.
Moves all the red stones there.
It's an incredible shot by Tyler Tardy. A run back triple.
Don't lose sleep over that shot.
Gets rid of 4 red rocks. That's incredible. What a great replay.
Look at it from the overhead here, Brandon. Just
That
got
is-
all the red rocks moving.
That works.
Wow.
Yeah, that is special. Shot of the game.
It's special. So back where we featured sheet 4. Derek Semigalski with his second now.
Easy line.
So Team Mouat trying to rebuild the end here now.
Yeah, and that great shot by Tyler Tardy will take the wind out of their sails a little bit, but they still got an opportunity. They've got a corner guard. They've got some yellow rocks to work with.
Still gotta go.
Keep going.
Still gotta go.
Can hear them saying to carve it in. They're trying to get that
Well,
curl.
run whenever he likes.
Yeah, it does finish there, settled in nicely behind that corner guard. Does leave the run back for Kui again.
Yeah, great shot by Grant Hardy. He made 2 great shots this end. Of course, Tyler Tardy just made a better one with that run back.
That really was the shot of the day here so far.
D care high.
No, nose is good.
Yeah,
You can see the reactions in the chat there. Just absolutely great shot. Created a buzz here in the building too.
Finish it off, boys. Jacob says.
So Kevin Kui playing the run back here. They, of course, just saw this on Tyler's.
Yep. Gotta go.
Going hard early.
Really gotta go.
Karkmarn trying to hold this.
Will over curl.
Yeah, and just a tight
Okay,
throw by
it's fine,
Kevin.
Kev.
He was just inside the line early.
So Mouat with a chance to split the
Way to miss it, guys.
the house here. Hit and roll and sit as 2.
Probably just.
Yeah, and he's going to want to make this a way where, of course, he doesn't leave a double back for Kui.
Here again.
Jeez. Easy.
Mind control.
Okay. That's the time, Scott. Just by. Little touch.
Just the more you roll, the more you're giving them an angle.
Team Mouat's going to talk about this one a little
Not
more.
gonna be far. Throwing control on the out.
Yeah. Controlling the out.
So it sounds like they're playing a control weight hit to sit 2 here. With the out turn, it's crucial.
Control weight.
Yeah. Big shot here for Bruce Mouat to sit 2 here and end number 7.
Rick Brothers with us first.
Yep. Straight.
Semigalski.
Hard.
Not off from Jacob.
Hard.
Need to stick around for second shot here.
Push it, he says.
It's a nice shot by Bruce.
Doesn't.
I do
Think
not
there's a
think
chance for a
there's
double there, Brandon?
I do not think there's a. Even with Kevin Kui, I don't think there's a double there. He's looking at it.
It's an awful long ways across.
It just looks way too flat.
They just hit the open one.
Unfortunately, I just don't think he'd get enough action
You
to
don't
get
think I
that
make
goal.
this,
I think he's talking to you, Brandon.
I know. You can hear us up here. Yeah, don't think I. No, no,
to get it
Kevin.
into
I
the
just
12
don't
foot.
think it's there. I think he'd
I
have to
don't
play
love
the out turn at this to get a little bit of a flatter roll, and by the time, you know, that's the turn, of course, for everybody watching, where you get less action. And then you have less momentum, of course, hitting the other red rock in the forefoot. So you'd almost need
take a shot at it.
Yeah, you'd almost need to throw the in-turn, which he'll never do, of course, as out-turn's his favorite.
Give her a go, Kev.
But the in-turn, of course, you get more action, but then you'd roll probably too low.
Yeah, and you know, at the end of the day here, if you can just remove the one, that'd be mission accomplished.
Yes, yeah. But Kevin, you know, is one of the best at these. He'll probably make me eat my words here. Big shot here. Whoa. Oh, and he has played the in-turn. That's the way you need to play this to get more action.
Didn't call it quite
Fine,
enough.
Kev.
A great attempt. But I will leave Mouat to draw for 2.
Yeah.
Made that.
Fine.
And you heard Kevin, I could have made that just with how hard he can throw it. And again, he was playing the correct turn at that. I don't think it would have been there with the out turn. Wouldn't have got enough action. Well-deserved 2 here for Team Mouat. They were setting up for a 3 prior to that great shot by Tyler Tardy. So another great draw, again, by the Grant Hardy to rebound. And they've set up well for 2 points. It's well-deserved here. And bring it tight, you know, with M1 coming home.
Yeah, just need to touch the 8-foot here and come into the 8th, down by 1.
Probably going to be here.
And sweepers right off this. Now they're cleaning it. And this looks good.
Spike clean end.
And great draw right there by Mouat. So they will score their 2, but Cooey leads 5-4 with Hammer coming home.
And we'll have a big recognition shout out to all the sponsors of the inaugural Astec Safety Challenge. LML Oilfield, 1061 The Goat, Strathcona Resources, Velocity Truck Centers, and the presenting sponsor Wild Rose Pump and Compression, cooperators Jason Arden and Associates, T-Bar 1, Border Inn and Suites, Specs and Construction, Banded Energy,
Boundary Ford, Canadian Angus, Click Before You Dig, Fountain Tire, Industrial Scientific, Musgrave, Excel, Lloydminster Curling Club, Players Tour, Arlo Electric, the Lloydminster Agriculture Exhibition Association tent guys. Thank you all very much for your support.
We're getting good at that now, Chris.
Hey, yeah.
We've got a few days practice.
Unfortunately, we're dialing in on our last draw of the tournament, but
but very good.
It'll be a great crew bringing you the final at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's been super fun bringing you guys this action. We appreciate everyone joining.
Welcome to Wendy from Penticton.
Line only.
So Mouat looking for the steal here.
Yeah, and he'll go all out. He will be throwing every rock in play here. It looks like they've set up for the tight center guard to start, and they'll want that right on the center line so it cannot be ticked off. Of course, reminder that we are playing the no tick zone rule. And we'll bring you updates as we get to the last few rocks on the other semifinal game, Retornes versus Carruthers on sheet 4.
I like to do.
Yeah, Carruthers need to score 2 with Hammer there to send that one into an extra.
Yeah, they're just getting into skip rocks on that sheet, so we'll
Still
keep you
good.
updated.
Can we put this one in play, looking to bite the 4-foot?
Stay with it, Tyler.
No, can't for wait.
Does not want to be deep here.
Good. Shot.
Pretty good. We've
Nice
wanted
tip at the tee line.
Yeah, we've wanted that a smidge higher, but great shot by Kark.
Line only, bud.
Bucky! Carden!
Don't worry that much. Easy, easy. Okay, on you go.
I'm surprised by this call, Chris. I thought they would play the other center guard.
Yeah.
I'm shocked, actually, that they're not playing the other center.
They are coming down with the freeze.
Yeah, I suppose they can on their next. That's a great shot by Hammy.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, beautiful shot by Hammy McMillan. to bump that rock behind the tee line.
Just got past that center guard, too.
You'd have to think they'll need another guard, though, at some point. Just one guard against, we saw Tyler Tardy make a run-back triple, so you'd think they'd need, another guard to cover these. These teams are so good at run-backs.
Kark Martin with his second.
I got a lot less.
Wait only. Wait
Hear
the
the boys
four,
saying
top
a lot
four.
less on this one.
Room. You're on this real thin, guys.
Wait's okay.
It's always Tyler's. No, just play the weight. Tyler's, though.
Oh, you're good.
Yep.
Just kidding.
Corner
Great shot.
freeze that red stone. Pretty
Shot,
nice spot
Kark.
there, Bren.
Fair.
Yeah, it's a beautiful,
Good
great
job, Kark.
setup by Kark Martin.
Straight guard center.
Beautiful angle. That's good. Very usable stone
it's
for
us.
Team
I didn't know.
Kui.
What's Connor suggesting?
You can see some wandering eyes on our sheet as we're
He's good.
getting close to the finish of both these very high-intensity semifinal games.
Yeah, a couple
And
of
now
really
they're
good
playing the
games.
center guard.
as you predicted, Brandon.
Yes, yeah.
So they are sitting second shot there on the 4-foot, and a couple of nice center guards up here. So,
Yeah.
of course, looking for the steal at all costs now.
Yeah, very nice. And those are lined up just about as perfect as you can get them by the front end of Team Mouat. This looks like just a single peel for Jacques Gauthier.
Nice vision from the lead there.
Yep.
That's clean.
Hard.
A nice throw by
Okay.
Jacques, just clean.
Yeah, just the straight peel.
And it'll be cat and mouse. We've said this a few times. It'll be Team Mouat will keep throwing up the guard for a little while here, I think, and Team Kui will keep blasting and peeling away.
It's us? Okay.
That's a good chunk of the backside that they don't have.
Brothers with the hammers. Jacobs first coming home down by 2. Connor Dagovic says. Might be able to spill this in.
Wait skate. 2 stones over. A little bit, yeah.
So just replacing this high center guard.
Hard, gotta go.
Yeah, and these
just
are
over the hog line. The guys have to go hard to get it over. Ooh, and they just barely do.
Wow.
That was a little closer than I think anybody
Yes,
was expecting.
absolutely. Kind of casual on the sweep. Critical that got over. Those high guards are not easy at all. So great execution by Team Mouat.
Clean. Just clean.
Good shooting by Jacques Gauthier.
Connor with the curl. Touch. Snap.
Pretty nice here.
Does he get both in there?
We're gonna throw one more, I think.
No, just the deal.
Good.
What's his shot right now?
So Mouat looking to replace this center guard. Some great shot making on the sheet next door. Just so many good shots being made this week.
Too much, Rims.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, Team Carruthers is down 2 and is sitting 3 in the house to Team Retornez's 1. We'll keep you updated on that as well.
When you
As
can.
there's only 2 skip rocks left to come on that sheet. Again, nice
I mean,
placement on the guard.
you
A
can play this now.
little
I love
deeper. Yeah.
Try and miss this. 3/4.
Because that rock
Straight
came
peel's
a
good,
little
but
bit
just tip that
deeper,
over.
they
Give
are
it a
going
go.
to give this double peel a go. And of course, we saw Tyler connect on a beauty last end, so expect him to be close
after
here.
removing 4, two should be nothing, right?
2
Brandon?
should be, yeah, exactly. Piece of cake here.
Team Carruthers. Back in the 8-foot. Entire stream chat right now just saying unbelievable.
Whoa.
First
Off,
shot
curl.
of the
Curl.
8-band for
Looking
Tyler
for the double
Tardy.
peel.
Okay.
He'll drive it by. Just get the one.
Yeah, and that's good. Would have been great to make the double, but, important that they're clearing out those guards.
So here you see Mouat shifting gears here now, Brandon. Looking to bump that yellow onto red and move theirs up possibly.
Nose at T-weight. Get it curling in like Hammy. What would be the other shot?
I'm listening to the discussion from Team Mouat.
Yeah, what do you like here, Chris? It's a tricky situation for sure.
Yeah, they are talking about making the play on this now. A little surprised, still on third rocks, to be making the play this early, but...
Yeah, I agree. I don't mind one more center guard. Other
What was
like
it,
that yellow rock they're looking at is so dangerous for Team Kui. It's on a perfect angle freeze. That, of course, was put there by Kark Martin.
I'd like... What do you think? We can wait one more if you want.
There, and you heard it from Grant Hardy. Could wait one more. I don't
If I'm light and I
mind
only
that.
just get here, it's actually not bad either. I think Hammy can hold it too. The other thing is I almost like you carving it in, Bob. Yep. Yep, tight ice burst.
So I think they
Maybe an
are
inch more.
playing the freeze tap here.
Yeah, looks like that's what they've settled on, and promoting that red stone, of course, onto the button.
You could hear Grant Hardy say tight ice here. It does look like not much ice, so...
So I'll give you T-weight.
Armand's pushing.
I think that's minimum, which I think's okay.
Anything on the yellow gotta go. Separation. Does this leave an opening? It does. It does. Let's watch the replay here.
Grant Hardy, his
Whoa.
last rock of
Grant,
the 8th
carve,
end.
carve. Clean. Carve, carve.
And
Now
look to be
Bobby
close here.
Lamy trying
Carve.
to get this to curl. Really needs this to
Gotta
finish.
go.
What's the danger in this one, Scott?
And it will bump it right over the pin.
Yeah, nice shot by Grant Hardy. Again, would have wanted a hair more curl. It's a good shot.
Mouat sits one without hammer, down by one here in the 8th end. Kevin Cooey with the yellow rocks.
Keep the carve relaxed.
For the win. And we'll keep you updated as the last rock is coming for Brad Jacobs shortly on sheet 4, the other semifinal game. He has an opportunity for a run back double for the win.
No, never mind.
The only other
You
shot I
can see
saw
on the
was
corner of their
outturn
screen,
pick.
there's Brad lining
Cool,
it
let's
up.
make this.
And Brad just making some huge shots over there today too.
Yeah, exciting finishes as we get to the end of these games. These players are just playing fantastic.
Pretty hard.
So
Hard,
Curry just looking
hard.
for the
Yep.
heel here, Brandon?
I think he is
Or is
trying
he
to
running
run back.
Yeah.
Curl,
I
curl,
think
curl,
he's-
curl.
Attaboy.
Great shot.
Great shot.
Yeah, that is huge.
Good gardening, go there.
Again for Tyler Tardy.
Tyler
shot.
Tardy has just been automatic on these run backs today.
Yeah, the last 2 ends especially. That is critical. He got rid of that center guard, and he left it wide open for Team Kui. Kevin should have a pretty straightforward shot to win this game. Great shot, and again, Bruce is just going to play the freeze T-line.
Gotta go, he says. Drives it back.
And a lot of excitement here in the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center.
Yeah, Brad Jacobs just made an absolute pistol over there to run back double to win the
run
game and
double for
punch his ticket in the final.
3. Yeah.
Wow, what a shot.
Yeah, Team Carruthers is fired up. Very exciting.
All you, Hammy.
And in
Big
our game,
shot
Mouat
here.
putting
Yeah.
up the center guard again.
Yeah, he actually had indicated the freeze, but he is just deferring. I think he'll just save that freeze for his next rock. try and make it as difficult as you can for Kevin Cooey.
Yeah, decision time for Cooey. You know, they talking about maybe getting to the pin first and beating him there.
That is an option. I don't know if I love that. If you're ever heavy, that could be the game. If you leave a pocket and you're heavy, you could allow Bruce Mouat the freeze, and then Kevin Cooey wouldn't have a shot.
See, I'm kind of thinking the draw.
Okay, if you like the draw, I'm fine.
I'm actually very surprised he's playing the draw, Chris.
Yeah.
This is Team Mouat will be happy with this. Again, if you make this draw, you win the game.
I mean, if I'm dead on this.
Yeah, and you know, maybe there's still an opportunity to come off your own red out there.
Makes him
So
make something good is all.
still maybe something from out here, even if he makes it perfect.
If I
but
peel and miss
Yeah.
that, I'm not a huge fan because I can spin that into the 4-foot too. But what do you guys like? I shouldn't even ask him.
Does that red ever, leaving that red ever help us to come off of or no?
Here, Kevin,
Sorry?
joke. I shouldn't
Does
even
leaving
ask
this
them.
red ever help us to come off of
some
if he
funny
makes it
banter.
perfect?
That red's not hurting us, right?
Yeah, the angle off that red would be
You could
pretty
just throw
steep
outturn
to
straight
play
half
off it, it looks like.
Make him make it. If you makes it
They
good, you
did
go
have-
into it.
Have that option for Mouat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, again, I'm very
like this?
surprised at this call. I do
When
like.
if he's dead welded, like I can probably, well, I'm not going to be able, I can
I feel like we're
maybe
making
get
our
it this
fouls
way.
make a really good one instead of making
Yeah,
nice
it's
little-
just you gotta make this perfect. I think you know you get rid of the red guard. Bruce has to
Well,
make
if
a
I don't
perfect
make
shot on
this,
his last,
then
and you
the
still have
only
an
thing is
opportunity to win.
But there's a lot of places that
What do you like, Chris? I know Kevin's really eyeing up this draw, but it does come with a lot of risk.
Yeah, you know, if he sinks it in there, it might be game over. It might be impossible for Mouat to even score,
if
but
he's low side.
peeling the guard, maybe the safer call.
It definitely is.
Jeez, okay.
And he is settled on the
always
draw.
got off this.
What do you got speed?
And
Clark?
him coming off that, he should
14
be wide
quarter?
open, right?
Yeah, and Kevin's, you know,
And
saying
if we
his
don't move
out.
that,
Either of teams
our
do
depth,
have
Kev?
that red rock, that red Mouat rock to come off of.
you guys okay with us?
My first thought was to peel, but
It's just if I don't kill that other one and he dead welds it, we're in tough.
he has to dead weld it though.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
a
I
good
like
draw.
what Jacques is saying. He has to dead weld it.
Such a tough shot to make.
Right.
My own.
Perfect
Whatever you like,
line
Kev.
answer.
If you like,
Gimmies.
yeah,
For
let's
me.
make this. So T line or just above?
You can be to it, but not move it.
Okay.
Again, I am surprised,
pretty much the
but
same
this
as
is
that.
Kevin Cooey. He is a master at these big shots.
Like they said, you can be to it but not move it. So
Yeah, and he's all in
precise
here.
shot.
A little
Yeah.
extra heavy or not bad?
Not too bad. Not too bad. It's the same.
Big last shot here for Kevin Cooey. Sorry, his first rock of the 8th end.
Don't have heavy guard.
Looking to just freeze one.
Wait
on top
only,
of
guys.
existing yellow, but not
Line's
move it.
good.
I got late.
Yep.
Take a look. Take a look. Room.
Weight's pretty good.
Room.
Me.
Guys, you got a ton of weight.
Yeah, this is looking a little heavy, Brandon.
It is.
What are you doing?
Oh no. Yeah, that was the exact risk of that shot.
Yeah, worst case scenario there.
Yeah, that's why I did not like the draw. Of course, Kevin's usually so good at those, but Bruce welds this on. Kevin might not have a shot. And you heard Kevin saying should have peeled. He's regretting the call.
Yeah, and really at the end of the day, like we talked about, that would have been the safer call.
Well, should have peeled now.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 20/20, Brandon.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, right? Yeah.
Didn't curl either.
We haven't done that all week.
I should have told you to get off it earlier. It was carrying pretty good.
Big shot and huge opportunity here for Bruce Mouat to get the steal and send this to an extra end. He needs to weld this on perfectly.
I'll have the in-off ring and
Good shot there for Bruce Mouat with his last to the 8th end.
Yeah, that was stupid. but I never
Needing
thought
one
that
to
would
steal
be
and
there.
send this to an extra end.
Sweepers are on this
On
early.
line. Line's good.
Calling
They're
back
saying back four,
Yeah.
so-
Line's good. Way only.
Anything on the
Way
other.
only. Way only.
Looking really close
This
here.
looks very close.
Too much room. Get it here.
Gotta weld it on
Perfect.
Here,
there.
hard. Gotta go. Hard.
Oh, really nice draw there.
Yeah. Would have wanted, of course, that frozen
there, eh?
exactly. But it's a
Thin,
great
Yeah, I hope it
shot
spins up.
by Bruce Mouat.
It's thin, eh?
Not fully
It's real
buried,
thin.
but looks like
Yeah.
Kevin is moving over to look at this outside one.
Yeah, and I don't think they wouldn't have been buried, I don't think, regardless of where they're ending up. I think Kevin's shot was always coming off this red on the corner.
Okay, 6th of a rock.
It's a very difficult
Sixth
shot. He
overall.
has to hit this, like you said, very thin. You heard a very specific fraction, a 1/6 of a rock.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard the
to
rocks be
six,
split
yeah.
into varying fractions today when
This is one of
we've
the
talked about
possible
some of these
races
really
then.
precise
Yeah.
run backs
Turn
and
it
hits and
Let's go.
Yeah,
redirections.
still a great shot by Bruce Mouat. That was a
Sliver
clutch
left.
draw.
So a chance for Cooey come off the red and onto the other red, spin off his own and go home with the win.
Last shot 8-10 for Kevin Cooey. Big in off here off the red Mount Rock.
Yep.
Has he got it?
Whoa!
Very close
Whoa!
on and off.
Wow.
Great
Atta
shot.
boy!
Yeah, there's the win for Team Cooey.
Absolute
Huge.
great shot by
Yeah,
Kevin Cooey
and
to
they
clinch the win.
make the final 6-4.
Good game.
Kevin Cooey over Bruce Mouat. And it's an all-Canadian championship final here at the Astec Safety Challenge.
Yeah, and I don't think coming into today anybody could have seen that coming. Probably not the two favorites in those two
No,
games with
yeah.
the world rankings, but
Absolutely, yeah. The lower ranked teams got the better of them there. Great game.
yeah, just a great game. And thank you everyone for tuning in today at the Astec Safety Challenge. Finals are on at 2 o'clock. Come check out YouTube. Should be a great game, Brandon.
Yeah, again, reminder, Lloyd Curling on YouTube, or check out Curling Zone for they also pick up the live stream. Hope to see everybody again at 2 p.m. for the championship final. Thanks again, everyone.
Aztec Safety. This must be the place, boys.
That's about right. Looks like this is where the engineers hang out. Nice spot.
Here's something else that's cool under pressure.
Great tour, but where's our man Brett?
I don't know. All right, normally he's bailing me out. Roll reversal, baby, there he is. Rescue mode.
Putting out fires for these guys already.
Very close
Whoa!
on and off.
Wow.
Great
Atta
shot.
boy!
Yeah, there's the win for Team Cooey.
Absolute
Huge.
great shot by
Yeah,
Kevin Cooey
and
to
they
clinch the win.
make the final 6-4.
Good game.
Kevin Cooey over Bruce Mouat. Here off the red Mount Rock.
Yep.
Has he got it?
Whoa!
Very close
Whoa!
on and off.
Wow.
Great
Atta
shot.
boy!
Yeah, there's the win for Team Cooey.
Absolute
Huge.
great shot by
Yeah,
Kevin Cooey
and
to
they
clinch the win.
make the final 6-4.
Good game.
Kevin Cooey over Bruce Mouat. Here off the red Mount Rock.
Yep.
Has he got it?
Whoa!
Very close
Whoa!
on and off.
Wow.
Great
Atta
shot.
boy!
Yeah, there's the win for Team Cooey.
Absolute
Huge.
great shot by
Yeah,
Kevin Cooey
and
to
they
clinch the
make
win.
the final 6-4.
Good game.
Kevin Cooey over Bruce Mouat. Here off the red Mount Rock.
Yep.
Has he got it?
Whoa!
Very close
Whoa!
on and off.
Wow.
Great
What
shot.
a
boy!
Yeah, there's the win for Team Cooey.
Absolute great shot by Kevin Cooey
And
to
they
clinch the win.
make the final 6-4.
Good game.
Kevin Cooey over Bruce Mouat.
Whoa! Curl! Curl, curl, curl. Whoa, whoa.
And a great
Great
shot.
Wow.
Moves all the red stones there.
Whoa! Curl! Curl, curl, curl. Whoa, whoa.
And a great
Great
shot.
Wow.
Moves all the red stones there.
Clear off the red Mount Rock.
Yep!
Has he got it?
Whoa!
Very close
Whoa!
on and off.
Wow.
Great
What
shot.
a
boy!
Yeah, there's the win for Team Cooey.
Absolute great shot by Kevin Cooey
And
to
they
clinch the
make
win.
the final 6-4.
Good game.
Kevin Cooey over Bruce Mouat.